you've heard of the term situationship. I've taken it and made it something different. The situationships that we find ourselves in have the power to cause us to shift our perspective, either for good or for bad. When we shift for good, we've taken accountability of what we've been through, how we've been hurt, unhealed trauma. That causes us to shift in consciousness. So situation shifts can be very beneficial, right? If you're learning. Most people do not enter a relationship to find out what's wrong with themselves. Most people are looking at relationships to bring ease and peace, but that is only half of the coin. You're a co-creator of this relationship experience you're currently in, and that's why a situation shift has a silver lining.
Don't be this guy. Raise your drive and libido. It's time to man up with X-Wolf. Boost your testosterone levels to help decrease your body fat percentage and increase lean muscle mass gains. Boost your stamina and blood flow for those tough workouts. And these workouts also. Go to xlabsubs.com to find out more. Don't be this guy.
Happy New Year! Ha ha ha! Happy New Year, everybody! Come on in here. Say what's up to your good brother Zoe Williams, man. Can you believe it is 2022? Now, in December, well, October, November, December of 2019, COVID-19 was detected, and then by 2020, it was a full-blown pandemic. Some say plandemic. 2020 was a weird year, right? Just strange. We started experiencing things that no one in their wildest imagination, could fathom. Damn, you got to stay at home, shut down, don't go nowhere, lines, masks. Our lives started to change, right? Boom. 2021, there was a glimmer of hope at the beginning, like it was going to be different, but it wasn't. And really, 2021 flew as fast as 2020 flew. 2 years later, it's 2022. What does this year have in store for you? It's a whole different get down, it's a whole different world we are entering into. And I'm not a big guy on resolutions. I'm not a, New Year's resolutions. But let me just say, a New Year's resolution, because I'm not gonna crap on it, I'm not gonna dump on it. A New Year's resolution is really a ritual, right? It's a ritual that a lot of people give up on. You will initiate the ritual of resolutions and then you give up on it. Rituals need to constantly be done and reinforced. The pattern of intention, the pattern of setting intention, right? Now, intentions are nothing without follow through. And part of the ritual is the practice of actually following through. Manifesting, that is your Hadron Collider. You understand? The Hadron Collider sends electrons at near the speed of light to clash into each other to create an explosion that has enough energy to reveal postulated hidden particles. They did that to discover the Higgs boson. The Higgs boson was called the God particle. Don't believe me? Look it up. You do that in ritual. So oftentimes with resolutions, you give up on the ritual because you want an instant response to your resolution. I want this to happen right now. And if it doesn't happen right now, or if you don't see signs of your reality shifting in an incremental way, you want the whole cake, right? You don't want crumbs from the cake, right? But if you get crumbs from the cake, that's an indicator that the ritual you're doing to bring forth the resolution you want is actually working. It's just working incrementally. Somebody said all or nothing. That's just not how it works. You understand? It's a new year and you want new results, but you can't get new results being the old you. And I'm going to tell you right now, getting rid of, breaking up with the old you is one of the hardest things to do. Because the old you is the comfortable you, is the familiar you, is the you like the most in a crisis. Oh, God. I'll stop right there. Let me just say, man, Happy New Year to my folks. Listen, Happy New Year to my folks, man. I want to send a big shout out to my YouTube family. Do you know we are just... What does it say right here? Let me do this right now. Let me make sure I'm speaking accurately. But let me look. Do you know right now, at this very moment, we are, let's get it. Let's get the number. We are 7 subscribers away from 70,000. Now, you know we've been shadow banned all year, 2022 or 2021. We've been shadow banned all year, struggling to get to 70,000. We are just 7 subscribers away. Please subscribe. Share with your friends. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and don't forget to subscribe to the video or this channel. Please subscribe. Let me say this real quick. Kevin and Timmy Tight Top will be in here shortly. They are just running a little late. All right? They're just running a little late. But please hit the share and like button and subscribe button. Don't forget, it's our job to keep Total Package Energy in business. I'm going to say it again. It's black people's jobs to keep black businesses in business. If you're in the LA area, Inglewood area, and you want to do a TV show, you want to do a podcast, it's a fully operational studio that I'm in right now. Is it OneStream TV, Mike?
It is.
It's OneStream TV.
.tv.
OneStream.tv. All you got to do is go there, set it up, come do a show here. It is our job to keep black businesses in business. Total Package Energy needs you. Huh? Black-owned business out of Oakland. TotalPackageEnergy.com. You tell them Zoe Williams sent you. B12, orange chicken, pea protein. They got a lot of supplemental products that are good for us, man. Support this black-owned business today, because I asked you to. It is black-owned, it is black people's business to keep black-owned businesses in business. X-Wolf, one of those businesses. Why would you go to GNC and get Nugenics when you can go to X-Wolf and get the same thing? Come on, man. X-Wolf, xlabsups.com. Support. Keep this black-owned business in business. Beal Sauce. Black-owned business. I've been getting nothing but positive feedback from the people, right? From the positive people who support this show about Beal Sauce. Everybody, they say they love it, right? That's the feedback I've been getting. Schmuckatelli. It's hot sauce without the heat, but with all the flavor. Sergeant sauce kicks up the heat, maintains the flavor, and Gunny Fire, full-fledged. You know what? Hey, what up, Uncle Jeff? My brother Jeff Brown is in the chat room. What's up, fam? When you need her car for X-Wolf, when you need her car for a week. Oh, here come Jeff. Jeff Brown said, well, you need her car for a week. X-Wolf, right? Come on, Jeff. Boy, listen, man. We got some major things happening in the new year. I swear to God. We start filming on my television show next week.
Yes, sir.
Next week.
Yay.
The TV show gonna be so hot. Oh my God, the situation shift with Zoe Williams. Oh, hey, there's still time for you to be in the audience. There's still time for you to be in the audience. You want to get in the audience? All you gotta do, if you want to be in the audience. What's up, boy? Happy fake New Year, man. Hey, what up, sir? Almighty ISIS bracelet, what's happening? Listen, there's still time to get in the live audience. You want to be a part of the live audience? All you have to do is email me, VOR106@gmail.com. We will give you the secret location, VOR106@gmail.com, and say audience member request. You want to be there? If you're in the LA area, anywhere in the LA area, you want to be a part of this show, get in. It's going to be fire. Next week, boy, I'm going to be suited and booted and shaved. Boy. If they got to email me to get it, I can't just tell you right here and now. My brother right there, man. Hey, where the show at? Huh? I'm finna come around there. No, it's gonna be fire though. When I tell you, think of the black male version of the Oracle. Ooh, from the Matrix. Woo! Boy, I'm finna kill y'all with this. They're not ready for what we do, boy. This shit about to be lit. I'm finna go at your heads, man. It's gonna be crazy. I'm telling you right now, support. It's gonna be a big deal. What he said, put it on. You struggling before you?
Wow.
It's cool. Won't you
They
smile
babies
while he
need
grabs
help.
on your
It's
shirt?
all right. Y'all got your help. Y'all got your help.
Ladies and gentlemen.
You starting already?
Yeah, man, this is the first show of the year. This is hey, look. Total Package Energy, X-Wolf, ZMOS. Man, I need y'all to support all of these businesses, man. We're about to release the gel version of ZoZMOS. We got the gel version. Y'all better get your pre-orders in now. You better get it in. Now, all you have to do is go to cmossbusiness.com. That's how you get your ZMOS. We have tablets, and we also have, we have capsules, not tablets. Because tablet is like some compressed shit.
Yep. Right.
Capsule got the powdery shit in it. Right. Okay. But we got gel and capsules. Please go to cmossbusiness.com. Now, I've already said if you want to start your own micro business and go remote, there's a good way to do that by calling this number, 1-800-298-8513. We have a connect down in St. Lucia that gives you wild, raw CMOS delivered to your crib in larger quantities, 5 pound, 10 pound, 20 pound, 100 pound. If you want to get down like that, you can do that. All right? So, zmossbusiness.com. I got a couple more things to promote. H-report.news. The HuriKane Report. You can call it HuriKane. HuriKane Report. Write it, take action, maintain freedom. The Black Al Jazeera. If I say black, I mean more. I mean FDA. I mean ADOS. I mean, we got so many names. I got African American. I got Negro. I got colored. What else? All us who know us. Soon as we see us, this is for us. H-report. Right? The HuriKane Report. Please support. Buy out all of their gear. Buy out all of their products. I think I got everything. Hold on. I think I got everything. Did I get everything, Sarah?
Well, I mean, one of the main things to get would be this.
Woo! Oh, let me just tell you right now. Let me just tell you right now. I want to thank everybody for going to Amazon.com.
Amazon.
Can I thank you guys for going to Amazon? We got 25 5-star ratings.
What?
And I'm not soliciting a 5-star rating. People are actually reading the book and going, hey, man, what in the Sam hell was you on when you wrote this?
Feast of Sam Hain.
So I just want to say thank you to everybody who understood the assignment. You bought the book. You took a picture of the book. You tagged me on Instagram with the book. And you also went and wrote a review, an honest review, an objective review. And I'm deeply thankful and appreciative for anybody that supported any business that I promoted, for anybody that supported anybody that's on this show, that's in here right now. I'm saying thank you. I'm saying I appreciate you. I'm saying you are the lubrication for your society, for your culture, for black businesses. And that's what your dollar represents. A currency controls the flow. And when you take that currency and direct it towards a real Nagas, you direct it towards the Shrouded Lighthouse, you direct it towards We Juice, this community now has financial lubricant in it. And we can move and we can do things if we continue to work together. But let me give you this announcement. There are less than 1,000 copies of the Shrouded Lighthouse left.
Going.
What I'm asking everybody to do this year, this month, can we sell all of them? This month, in a 30-day period, can we sell all of them?
Buy me out.
Can you guys buy all of them? Let's just get them out to the world. You know how many people need this book? You know how many relationships out there suffering that never heard about this book? Your word of mouth will help us get to those people who don't watch this show, who are not on YouTube. Listen, I'm telling you, this is the time. Come support this book right now. The Shrouded Lighthouse. Only 2,000 were pressed up. Less than 1,000 remain. Today's the day. We need 300 to go today. Can I get everybody in to support? Kev, what do you have?
What up? Oh, well, first I wanted to clear up something from last week. This book that I promoted from this lady, Rhea Welsh, this Ivy and Kim and the 7 Universal Principles. This is basically the Kabbalion for your kids. Excuse me. Dope book, basically all melanated characters. You should get your kids on this immediately. I mean, the universal laws is something that we all should know so that we can surf through this life basically like silver surfers instead of crashing into each other like bumper cars.
Like silver surfers.
That's right, baby. So 7 universal principles, all is mind, you know, principle of cause and effect, principle of gender, correspondence, as above, so below, principle of rhythm, all of that is in here in kid form. And I told you guys to go to readbetweenthelines.com, and it's not, there's no the, it's just readbetweenlions.com, like lions, like the Leo lion. So if you want to get this book for your kids, which all your kids should have this, coming up with this, readbetweenlions.com, and that's Ivory and Kim and the 7 universal principles. If you don't find it, excuse me, when you go to that website, you can just Google Ivory and Kim and the 7 universal principles, and it'll come up. So that right there. That's for
Nuri Bear.
That's for new
part 2.
New. And but for the police stop law package, that's the constitutional rights card, qualified immunity card. And again, I want to give another shout out to Kwame Brown, because after he promoted us on his thing, man, they got a lot of orders for this for the vaccine cards. Yeah, so shout out again to Kwame Brown for shouting us out. But that's the qualified immunity package. This is what you would have in your car at a police stop or traffic stop. So that you give this to the police officers and you tell them you don't answer questions so that they would know if they violate your constitutional rights, what would happen to them. This is your Know Your Rights manual, the full manual, so that you can study, sit down with your kids, have your kids study this so they can know what to do when the police roll up on them and assume that they don't know their rights, and they can smack them in the face with this right here. And then if the police do violate their constitutional rights, they have police insurance, and you can place a lien on that police insurance right here. I just had a homie who told me that he got snatched up by the police for something that he actually did. He did a traffic stop. In the traffic stop, he had did something wrong. But when they snatched him up, he told the police, he said, you know, if you arrest me, if you violate my constitutional rights, I can place a lien on your bond. And he said they treated him like he was a VIP. He was a VIP. No, but he said, hey, yes, sir, you need this, sir, you need that, sir.
And Kev, I got something special in this show set up for you and what you're talking about right now.
Word. So right here, this is Public Official Bonds book. This teaches you how to place that claim or that lien on their bond when they violate your constitutional rights. And right here, this is the vaccine religious, not the religious, but the vaccine religious exemption card. So you got to go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org to get this. And I told you people last week, I told everybody last week that I was going to give it free for the last week of December. If you went to realnoggets.com and bought the Great Book of Melanin Research, my website was down. PayPal just fixed it a couple days ago, so I extended that deal to the 7th. So if you want to go and buy the Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy, I will still give you the vaccine religious exemption card. I will stick that in the whole package for free. You get all this for free, plus the flashcards. All right, so go to realnoggets.com.
Your scandal like a vandal.
Realnoggets.com if you want the full package. If you want just the vaccine card, because it's not on my website. So you have to go, if you just want this card, you have to go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org, or if you just want the package without the melanin book.
We want to know if your PayPal's up.
Huh?
Do you have a PayPal? People ask if he has a PayPal.
Zoe Williams orders at gmail.com. ZoWilliams orders, ORDERS, at gmail.com. Zoe Williams orders at gmail.com is my PayPal. For everybody that's hitting the Cash App, the Super Chat, we appreciate whatever you can do. We are thankful to you, and we know that without your support, this channel struggles. So anything that anybody does, we appreciate it, and we thank you for it. We Juice, what's the truth in 2022?
What's the truth? And you said tooth or truth?
What did you hear?
So you want me to fuck with your truth?
What did you hear? What did you hear? I heard him say truth, actually.
My bad.
I said, what's the truth?
He said truth.
I thought he was talking about Carl the Truth Williams. Anyway.
Carl the Tooth Williams, brother.
So what's the truth in 2022?
Yes.
It's all about health. Health is the truth. Healing thee. Healthy. Stop about being healthy. Healing thee. That's the truth. Okay. What? Healing thee. You like to heal yourself. It's about healing.
So clever.
As warlocks here, and some you got as warlocks, since you know we are all warlocks. As a warlock.
Ass warlock.
As a that's what you thought I said.
Nigga, as ass warlocks.
Ass warlocks.
As juice warlocks, witches out there. Okay, let me put that there. As juice warlocks.
Take your time, baby.
Okay. It's about
Cauldron of ass warlocks. The Council of Ass Warlocks.
Vassery. Vassery.
The fuck?
You don't want no juice there.
No juice from the ass council.
So
What the fuck is happening?
it's about establishing our dominance in making juices, being healthy. Okay, being healthy.
So this is like
Provide-
a sport to you, nigga.
Yeah.
Establish our dominance in the Juice Olympics.
It's got all kind of innuendo.
I gotta always bring my A
It's
game.
got all kind of innuendo.
Japanese got a certain kind of way of making
Right,
juice.
nigga.
I always bring my A
The
game.
Hindu juice is dirty.
Right, nigga, right.
Listen, man, the Japanese got fish in their juice. It's the Juice Olympics, nigga.
We got that Pacquiao.
Juice Olympics. You got all the colors of the Olympics, too.
What
But
the fuck is happening?
stay strong
my Lord.
with the orange chicken. Keep your orange chicken up. Okay.
Okay.
Always, that's the first step. Keep your orange chicken up.
All right. Keep your orange chicken up.
Okay.
This green joint.
Get turmeric because you need your body to be anti-inflammatory. Okay. Everybody needs celery or something like that. It's anti-inflammatory also, okay? So these are 3 elements that we need to help our body keep healthy. Orange chicken. Turmeric. Celery juice, okay? So these are some of the key elements that we need every day. Fruits and vegetables, minerals, sea moss to keep ourselves healthy. 2022, keep it healthy.
Can they get a lot of that in the juices that you make, nigga?
All the
They gave out a recipe. Can they get that in one of these juices?
So juices, the juices I make, you got energy juices high in vitamin C. Anything with the energy program, everything's high in vitamin orange chicken, okay?
Yeah, I'm glad you cleaned that up.
My bad. So in the immunity programs, 6-pack, another way to keep your immune system up is immunity juices. 6-pack also as well. Then you got the detox juice.
What's in the 6-pack real quick?
So we have 4 different 6-packs. We got a detox 6-pack, we got a recovery 6-pack, we got an energy 6-pack, and detox 6-pack, okay? So those are all the things that you guys can order with the 6-pack program to help keep certain things, keep your body in detox, immunity up, energy up based on your vitamin orange chicken, and we got the recovery pack just in case you work out. So so we have those programs. Then we got the 3-day cleanse. Anybody right now during this point of the year want to do a 3-day cleanse? WeJuice has it.
No doubt.
No doubt. Thank you for the support. WeJuice.
Jeff, not orange chicken from the Chinese spot. That's our euphemism for a certain vitamin. See, I can't say the English pronunciation. You got to throw them off. Vitamin cuz. Vitamin cuz. Yeah. Vitamin cuz. AKA orange chicken.
Right.
You understand? If we say what it is, they yank the channel. But if I say I had some emergency, cuz
that's no big deal.
That's cool.
Right.
That's a certified. You understand? That's a certified product from the devil. The devil wants you to take that vitamin C powder. What the fuck that is? Where you get that powder from? Huh? Didn't nobody grandmama make that powder? That powder came right out of a machine, nigga.
Yep.
Huh? Where that powder from? What you done broke down and made into powder? Nigga, it could be rocks. That
Tastes
be
like
granite
cane.
dust, nigga. They say that's motherfucking vitamin cuz. Let me tell you something, man.
It says vitamin cuz.
Yeah, nigga, vitamin cuz. From straight out of a rock. Motherfucker with no.
That's
Listen,
true,
man.
nigga.
So we fuck with WeJuice because at least WeJuice is straight from the vegetable. Say
The what?
how you
The what?
Vegetables.
The what?
It's a veg.
Vegetable, man.
It's vegetable.
The vegetable.
It's a vegetable.
Motherfuckers say fuck all the syllables and the consonants. Fuck that. It's a vegetable.
Vegetable.
Hey, Zoe just hit on something really cool right now.
This nigga's the Roger Mayweather of juice. Keep that stick on him, nigga. The nigga ready to go, you understand? Nigga not round, come just walk him down, bro. The nigga ready to go. Keep your stick on him.
Zoe just hit on something that's very positive. When he talked about the juice, you guys don't realize water has energy in it. Juice, when I make the juice, it has my energy in it. So whatever I have,
This nigga.
You better fuck
Yeah, you
up
want
your
no
own
nigga.
cells.
Don't nobody want no Hassan juice.
But listen, hold on.
Tight top juice.
You guys don't realize when you buy food from certain people, you have their energy in their food. When you touch stuff, it puts energy in certain things.
My folks think they gonna lose their tooth.
We can understand that in the context of Big Mama cooking some motherfucking
Where you buy your food from?
chicken noodle soup, nigga. She done put love in it. Okay, I can understand the context. But nigga, you a juice wizard,
Now put
a juice warlock, nigga. You done fucked up, nigga.
Right, nigga.
no.
Energy.
My energy done flowed into your juices, man. I'm in there with you when you're drinking.
Is that why your
You're
juice
tasting a
thick
little
or
bit of
something?
Timmy Tight Top.
So listen,
Are you listing all the ingredients?
it's all about the health, the health energy. You know,
Don't you
the
taste the
health energy.
TTT?
A little tiny tight top in there.
Don't
When
you
you
taste
sip
it?
on
You sipping on me?
A little piece
Right,
of me.
little piece of me. Little drop of me in there, baby. That's all.
What the fuck? Ass warlock juice. What the fuck? Now I know you trying to be metaphysical, but you got to say shit differently. You can't just
Right,
you
nigga.
know, look at my energy.
My little, hey, baby. I was feeling good when I was making them juices, and I relieved my energy in them juices.
You guys
You
the one.
taste like
I let myself go in the juice.
You guys took it like that.
Myself go in the juice.
Hassan, what you taste like?
You know, there's a release in every bottle I produce. There is a release of power into your specific bottle of juice.
There's a release. There's a release. Oh,
We're gonna call this nigga Timmy Tight Tip.
Oh my God.
Get it right in the top. Okay, fine.
Nigga.
Shit.
Oh my God.
I guess we can say go to WeGet.
Right. Get you some Timmy Tight Top essence. Timmy Tight Top essence.
No, but he got a lot of female.
Oh,
There's a lot of female.
It's not
clientele.
about.
They
It's
might be
about
like,
health,
Right.
man. It's a health. It's a health essence. You know what I'm saying?
If your energy can't grow that tooth back organically,
Remember, ladies, like tiny tops make big bottoms.
If your energy can't grow that tooth back organically.
you should be able to produce a tooth juice.
Oh,
Juice wizard.
oh my God.
Miracle juice.
All right, fuck it. Let's get to the topics, man.
Oh, nigga.
Trying to do it right for 2022, man. I fucked that up.
For
Right.
99,2000.
He knew. He knew. He was like, I fucked that up. Can I get that one? Can I get that one? Can I do a do-over?
Can I get the tooth euphemism back?
Right.
Can I have extra
Oh, nigga.
essence?
Oh shit, ass lock. Jeff Brown in here cutting up. Ass lock, essence of tight top.
Ass lock.
Jeff Brown in here cutting up. Hey, it's 2022, bitches.
Oh my God.
Okay, so I want to get y'all opinion.
I actually didn't mess that up.
Antonio Brown runs off the field yesterday
Oh, word.
and quit.
Okay, cool.
The coach immediately flares up, basically says he's cut, he's no longer a part of the Bucks.
Did he do that?
Apparently what happened was, and they say it's a bizarre story, right? The coach asked him to go into the game in the third quarter. He said, no, I'm not going in. Coach asked him again. He said, no, I'm not going in. Basically, that went on for a little bit. And then finally, he took off all of his shit, and ran out of the end zone. First, he took it off and was walking, and then he started running and waving to everybody.
Oh.
And
Okay.
after the game was over, the coach, Aarons, basically said he's no longer with the team. He cut him.
Okay.
Now, let me just read it. The story behind Antonio Brown's bizarre exit from Sunday's Tampa Bay Buccaneers game keeps getting wilder. According to a new report, an injury may have prompted the entire incident. Now, yesterday we didn't know, but upon talking to Antonio Brown, he was saying, my ankle is injured, and that's why I'm not going back in the game. So he added a little bit more context. After the game, quarterback Brady, his quarterback, Tom Brady says, hey man, he's going through something. We should not judge him. We should embrace him with some empathy, with some compassion. Now, Antonio Brown and Tom Brady are close friends.
Right.
Off the field. When Antonio Brown went to the New England Patriots, he stayed with Tom Brady. And when he went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he stayed with him then. So Tom Brady knows a little bit more about the backstory
Right.
for this kind of odd behavior. ran off the field. The wide receiver made a grand departure during the second half of the Bucs' road win against the New York Jets, dramatically stripping off his gear and throwing his undershirt into the crowd before waving and jumping around in the end zone and then hitting the locker room. From there, he reportedly left the stadium and was not welcome to fly back with the team. Head coach Bruce Arians, let me get y'all opinion. What do y'all think about this? Is the dude just an outright asshole, troublemaker? Is he just a dickhead? Because you know, we talk about this in our community, right? Black people are we some habitual line steppers. Right? You put a motherfucking sign right here that say, hey motherfucker, don't step over the line. Stay 6 feet away from the line. Nigga get right up on the motherfucking wall. Like he get right up on that line. He'll cross that line.
See what you gonna do. What you gonna do, nigga?
You understand what I'm saying? We habitual line crossers. We step over all the motherfucking time. But does that apply to him in this particular incident? Is he an asshole who just wants to break the rules and who is just a disrespectful, I'm not listening to you motherfucker? Or is there something else to it? Kev, your thoughts?
I'm gonna let Hassan do it. He played football.
Okay. Good, good pass, homie. I said that right. So let's think about it. This is entertainment, right? Is he doing it for entertainment purposes?
Entertainment?
Entertainment. You heard me. I said entertainment.
Nigga.
Is he doing it for entertainment purposes? Or is he really being genuine about his, I mean, it's entertaining. He's entertaining people with his antics.
No.
Or
I don't, and I think that's a fair question. Sports in general is a grand distraction.
Right.
It is a grand distraction, and yes, it is entertainment. So I will concede to that point. But let me say this. Fuck Bruce Arians.
Yeah.
Okay? And this is why I say fuck him. Why are you always trying to hold black men to a higher standard than you would hold white men to? White men get to do whatever the fuck they want to do in this sport, and you motherfuckers tiptoe around it. If Tom Brady acted like Aaron Rodgers, another white man, and said, fuck y'all vaccination. Now, I saw you you remember he tried to assert his shit over Tom Brady when he got to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the coach, Bruce Arians. He was on motherfucking Tom Brady. We don't play like this, we do that. Leo got in there and said, okay, I'm gonna figure out the system. Okay, cool, right. Won the title. Now what, nigga? Shut your old ass up.
Right.
Shut up, oldie locks. Now it's my team again.
But he won based on his plays. He did his plays.
He did his shit though. He did Tom Brady shit, nigga.
Yeah, that's how he won, because they was losing when they was doing it the coach's way.
Yeah, then nigga, do it my way, son of a bitch. Fuck this. What I'm saying is, white players, right, get to act. Listen, remember the motherfucking white man that beat the shit out of his wife, the kicker? Ain't nobody had shit to say.
Right.
Ray Rice sock his woman in the jaw, knock her out in the motherfucking elevator. This nigga, you ain't seen a grain of rice since that happened, nigga. Nope. You ain't seen nobody smiling, nigga. That nigga gone. I'm saying it's a different way of handling motherfuckers. Let me say this. Junior Seau died of CTE. Can we talk about CTE, motherfucker? This man got hit during the Bengals game and got the absolute ruhu. The nigga's ruach, his whole spirit came out his ass. When he got hit by that Bengal, when he was a Pittsburgh Steeler, this nigga whole spirit came out. They said, where Antonio Brown's spirit? That nigga's spirit left. You understand? CTE is real. So if you think he's suffering from CTE, why would you be so quick to cut him as if he's just a problem? As if football didn't create the problem that he is, or at least exacerbate the problem that he is. If you get a problem child, nigga, and then give that problem child CTE, oh, he has to go. He's no longer a buck. that means you don't give a fuck about him as a person,
No.
as a human being. This motherfucker helped your old ass win a title last year. So you don't have no motherfucking empathy for the man that the game helped destroy?
But it's not
But
about them.
he might have been scared.
Hold on. It's not about them. It's not about the players.
They don't give a, the players is meat, nigga.
It's about the owners. They are pleasing the owners. That's what it's about. They don't care about the players
You're right.
at all.
But he might have been intimidated by Antonio, and so that was a way.
Yeah,
that was
CT
a
will
way.
tell a nigga, hey, nigga, I'll slap that motherfucking
and
goatee off your mouth.
That's a
nigga.
way for him to easily get Antonio out of his presence, you know, as an excuse. Well, no, you know, he did this so I can cut him, instead of being like, yo, I'm cutting him because this nigga scared the shit out of me. And I think this nigga, he may choke me out one day, you know, just on some side shit. And that's some real shit. I mean, don't think that these Caucasian coaches don't think in the back of their mind, if I say something wrong to one of these niggas.
No, but I think it depends on
the nigga. Yeah, the nigga. Yeah, exactly.
If I say something wrong to Jerry Rice, you know why? Jerry Rice, clean cut.
Right.
Why is it they always roll out the coon niggas? So this man get in trouble, and then they roll out Mr. Black Redemption to speak on him. You know what Mr. Black Redemption in the NFL is?
Who is?
Can somebody guess who's Mr.
Clark.
Black Redemption?
Ryan Clark.
He's a motherfucking analyst now.
Ray
Ryan
Lewis.
Clark.
No,
Wait,
Ray Lewis one of them niggas.
He was.
Wait.
Ryan
Mike
Clark.
Harmon?
Michael.
No.
Who? Wait.
Oh, you talking about homeboy,
Randy
the big fat
Moss.
dude.
No, fantastic athlete. Woo!
What?
Oh,
Cold motherfucker.
Really?
No, wait, hold on.
Put this way.
Michael.
wait a minute.
Put this way.
Michael Vick?
Michael Vick.
They
What?
The news just reported 2-3 weeks ago that the last of the dog
dog,
fights
yep.
that
The dog
he
just
had
died.
Wow.
So they bring back
They bring that shit back all up.
Exactly.
No, they
Shit
did
is
do
what,
that.
10 years, 15 years old?
And hey, they in here naming it. Mr. Redemption. Hey, hey man, you can't act that way. And listen, let me just say, this is not to disrespect or denigrate or besmirch the name of Michael Vick.
Right.
But 50 said it in his rap record. That motherfucker said, hey, you apologize to them crackers and you get back on. That's what 50 said to Michael Vick in the rap record. You apologize to them crackers and you get back on. So again, there is capitulation built into your collaboration with white corporations. It's built in if you're a black man.
Gotta be.
So they roll out Michael Vick. You can't behave that way and things because no, this man is clearly suffering from mental illness.
Right.
And if the game contributed to his mental illness, where's the support system for when he pops off?
Right.
If you see what the NFL is doing is trying to deal with CTE with rule changes. See, as the generation who's used to niggas' teeth getting knocked out in football games, niggas getting their whole face mask ripped off,
Man.
niggas cutting
Yep.
off fingers, I'ma keep playing, this shit dangling.
Right.
See, it's a generation of motherfuckers that's dying, and now they're bringing in a softer
yep, the
football.
softer, yep.
But the softer football is to try to mitigate the damage of CTE.
Yep.
These niggas don't want to be liable.
Right.
They don't.
But guess what? You liable for the monster you helped create in Antonio Brown.
Right.
But you mad because your best hoe got pregnant, but you put her out there.
Ooh. Let these niggas not in. Make that nigga pull out.
You got your best old pregnant. Sarah, you funny as shit.
Do you see what I'm saying? This is why, you remember, some of the generation, we be looking at football and getting mad. Damn, you can't even tackle this motherfucker.
Nigga, these coaches remember Latrell Sprewell, nigga, and Jerry Colangelo, nigga.
Hey, Latrell you my nigga Latrell.
Choke this nigga out.
No.
Choke that nigga out.
But you got to deal with both sides of the coin, man. These white coaches and administrators are disrespectful to
They
the
are.
athlete.
No doubt.
They act like
yes.
PJ Carlissimo, he did that too.
My bad.
Yeah,
PJ
that's
Carlin.
right. That is-
My bad.
Right? They act like, nigga, it's a privilege for you to even be in my office. If it wasn't for the O'Bannon brothers
Oh yeah.
to say, you know what, nigga? Fuck just a scholarship when
Yep.
you motherfuckers got EA Sports making bread off of my image, off of my number, my jersey, my shoe,
Yep.
everything I am. My whole image is in a goddamn video game.
Right.
And
And
I
I'm
ain't
not
a
getting
part of
paid.
no
I'm not
billions.
getting paid. Fuck out of here.
We not eating. This is before stipends.
Yeah. You couldn't
Yep.
even. You can't even buy an athlete a piece of pizza.
Still
A slice of pizza.
You still can't.
Ed and Charles O'Bannon, them brothers was like,
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? And the way these coaches, they act like we doing you a favor.
Yeah.
This is why I'm so thankful for LeVar.
Yes.
LeVar Ball.
Yes.
That motherfucker started his own league
Yep.
and said, you know what? Y'all motherfuckers can skip college.
Yep.
Come here, we gonna pay you.
Yep.
They shut it down.
And then they took
and
it-
then
they
brought
took-
the G League
Yeah, and they took his
started doing
idea. Took his idea.
What they shut it? What?
Took his motherfucking
Listen.
idea.
And they didn't actively go shut him down.
No.
At least I don't know
No.
that. But what they did was they started doing what he did.
Yep.
So now you get Jalen Green, the number 2 pick in this year's draft, who was with the G League Ignite team last year. New was on that team with Jalen Green. And that is an elevated G League team for elevated players that are coming out of high school
To
who
go in-
wish
right.
to skip college.
College, yeah.
Oh, Jalen Green is from Fresno. Worked out with worked out with the Fresno State team. I talked to Jalen Green's father because Auburn was on the board. Guess who was mad when Jalen said, fuck Auburn, and I'm going to the G League.
The coach.
And the bread in the G League is nuts for these Ignite players.
Because they can get endorsements.
So
too.
this motherfucker mad, he misses out on Jalen. But again, unless you're competing with that level of money, Bruce, we're not going to talk about your NCAA violations.
Right.
But unless you're competing with that level of money, Bruce, which is illegal, Bruce, why would you be mad at the kid? Oh, you was mad. Oh, we know you was mad. We didn't got the word. You was mad. But why? I can skip college, get trained by pros. Who at the time, who was the coach of the Ignite G League team? Oh, Brian Shaw.
Brian.
I
B.
can
Shaw.
go get trained by B.
B.
Shaw.
Shaw,
Okay, cool.
who,
Right?
who won championships with Kobe.
Come on, man. Come on, man. I can go get trained. They don't respect the kids. They think their name of their university is more
Right.
important than the name on the back of the jersey. And then when they get the product in the form of the kid, whether he's good or not, whether he turns out as a 5-star or a half-star, nigga, if you came in here billed as a 5-star, what we gonna do is market and promote the shit out of you to everybody that comes into our arenas, and we also gonna use your name and likeness to promote to the future recruits.
Yep.
They don't give a fuck about these kids.
Nigga, it's in
And they're gonna tell you everything you want to hear. You're gonna graduate. You know we got a 98% graduation rate. That 2%, the reason why that 2% situation is in play is because when I got here 4 years ago, we had a couple of fuck-ups. We had a couple of kids that didn't want to follow the protocol, and we had to remove them, and that brought us down a little bit. But as we move forward, each year, we get closer and closer to our goal of 100%. Right now, we're at 88.9. Yeah. They selling you on some fuck shit, and they really don't give a fuck. They don't tell you, if you dumb and you don't perform, you won't be supported. Did you hear what I just said?
If you're dumb.
If you dumb and you don't perform, you won't be supported. Now, if you dumb and you perform, they're going to make a way for you to get the A, even though you stay the lay.
Stay the lay.
You're going to stay the layman. They're going to make a way for you to get the A, even if you stay a layman. Dumb as fuck, 4.0. Nigga, how did he do? What the? Yeah, you know, I'm in African American studies. Now, what? There's nothing wrong with African American studies, nigga, but what you gonna do with that degree in the world? Okay, cool.
Nothing wrong with African American studies.
Exactly.
Yes, it is.
They know such.
No, I'm just saying, okay, it's a degree, but you know how many fluffy ass degrees is out here?
It's a
You
lot.
can sell oils in Venice Beach.
You understand?
Say what?
Oils. My degree is in mixology of fragrant oils.
Frankincense.
Frankincense.
Black love.
Sprinkles. Do you understand? Oh, by the way, they got motherfuckers on the team that ain't gonna never play, but have a high GPA to work as a counterweight to dumb.
Right.
Dumb dumb.
That's right.
See what I'm saying? Dumb dumb. Get out there and dumb.
We need to bring up the GPA of the team.
Dumb dumb. We need to balance the motherfucker. Hey, listen, get this white boy over here. Do you understand? Get that white boy. I know he ain't gonna. He wants to play. I know. Let's call him Sunshine.
Sunshine.
You know, he got blonde hair, beautiful smile. He has the image
Bring
of
over
Auburn.
Blickakowski. Bring him over here.
He got the image of Oklahoma. He's got the image of Minnesota. He's got the image of, you know, Oregon. He has a beautiful image. Let's put that image there. And we ain't gonna play, but he's got a 4.0 and he's in computer science.
He's gonna look good in
This motherfucker's in quantum mechanics. But he's not gonna play.
It's gonna look good when
But
they do a
Dum
report on
Dum
the team.
gets counterbalanced. Yo strong C+, nigga, get counterbalanced by a 4.0. Raises the team GPA. There's so many hustles. Oh, here's another hustle. Hey, you gonna transfer? Okay, cool. You're in the transfer portal. All right, we got you in the transfer portal. All right. The transfer portal is, you know what, motherfucker, I ain't getting no playing time. So I'm gonna enter the transfer portal. Now, to another school. Now, according to the transfer rules, you gotta sit out a year. So if you transfer at the beginning of the year, it's better. That means the beginning of the next season, you get to play.
Right.
But if you transfer in the middle of the year,
That's fucked up.
that means you got to wait till half the season is over to get in.
Right.
That's in basketball?
Now, yes,
That's not in football, though.
that's not in football.
They don't do that.
That's in basketball for sure.
They don't do that anymore.
So
in
you get
football.
that middle. So a lot of it's hard to find a school that got a mid-season transfer, meaning they have to have a scholarship on deck. Maybe they didn't use the 13 or 14 scholarships they get every year to bring in new talent. So they maybe hold on to one or two, just in case that mid-year we get somebody that is disgruntled somewhere else that could really fit and work for us. Well, part of that, you lie. You'll say you got it when you don't got it. Yeah, we want that nigga. Sure, we got it. Then when you go see the niggas, they ain't got it. Then come the fuck shit. Well, we had to give it to another player. You know, because he's a walk-on, but he earned the spot. So you finna give him my scholarship? Because I got a full ride.
Right.
Well, yeah, but we're gonna find a way to get it back to you. Wait, that's illegal, ain't it? Well, it's illegal if you tell somebody. Do you see? It's fucked.
We gotta go.
I'm saying, man, they don't give a fuck about any of these players.
It's indentured servitude.
They don't give a fuck, man. So I'm sending out all of this love to say, man, this game helped destroy Antonio Brown. This game helped destroy him.
Absolutely.
And for the coach to act like didn't shit happen, do you understand what I'm saying? Hey, Prester John, hang in there. we might get to something you like. But for the coach, you understand what I'm saying? For the coach to just throw him away in a disrespectful way, I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's right.
But I think it's fear. So he's, out of fear, you're gonna do shit.
I don't think it's fair. I think it's out of disrespect. I've been up close to it, and I know these coaches don't give a fuck.
No, they don't.
Fear or not, they don't care.
I know they don't, but I think niggas are scared of this nigga Antonio. When I was watching the when he was on the Raiders, that's my squad. When they did the
9-7, perennial
Raiders.
9-7,
Raiders.
perennial 8-8.
Raiders.
Them motherfuckers is terrible.
No, they were,
Raiders
but
got
you know what?
when
The
they-
Raiders
when
were
they-
good before
when
they
they
fired
had-
the homeboy. You know that, right? Before they fired what's his name? They was good.
But when they had him, when they did the HBO, that
Hard Knocks.
you can see that them coaches they was touching him with kid gloves. They did not want to. When they was around that boy, it was like, hey.
But again,
Hey, brother.
I'm not saying that doesn't play a role. But number one, teams have security. They got personal security. They got team security. These coaches know. Nigga, the NFL get paid differently than the NBA.
Yep.
The NFL ain't got no guaranteed contracts.
Yeah, there's no guarantee
Niggas
money.
are I'm saying the players in the NFL are the masters of eggshell walking. Because they know, if I hit Mike Shanahan, if I hit my coach in the head because I'm mad, it's the fuck over.
But
Whereas
this
an
nigga
NBA player, guaranteed money.
nigga like this nigga don't care though. He showed that. I'm saying when I was watching that Hard Knocks, that nigga showed he don't give a fuck.
No, I think,
Antonio Brown show he don't give a fuck.
Okay, so that validates his point.
that's what I'm saying.
That validates
that
his point.
validates my point. That the coach would know that.
But
And be like,
I'm
hey,
saying,
let
I
me
think-
walk
okay,
eggshells
yeah.
around this nigga.
Yeah.
I'm saying,
Because
I think these coaches
shit.
would take an ass whooping. They don't give a fuck.
I think they don't. I don't, niggas. Nah.
They'll take an ass whooping.
Nah,
No, they
most of
ain't.
them niggas is
They ain't
bitches.
gonna take
they
no
would.
ass. No,
Most
they
of them
ain't.
niggas is bitches.
And when I say
That
take an
nigga-
ass whooping, I don't mean take it and leave
Nah.
it. They're gonna be like, go ahead, fuck your career up. You've heard that, haven't you? As a football player in a motherfucking locker room with a motherfucking loose cannon. You've heard it. Go ahead and fuck it up.
Nigga.
Have you heard that or no?
Nigga,
Sure.
these
Okay,
coaches,
cool.
they ain't just ready to take an ass whooping from a motherfucker who bench 450, 500 pounds.
Listen.
They ain't just ready to,
First off-
hey, nigga, smack me the fuck up, nigga. You bench 500 pounds.
You make it seem like these niggas gonna be out at the club somewhere where he can catch him. What's gonna happen is he gonna get off one or two in the motherfucking where's that
That
room?
can destroy you. One shot can kill you, nigga. You
What's
talking
that
to a
room?
boxer,
What's that
nigga.
room where y'all got the motherfucking the cam and all the shit?
The team.
Nigga,
room,
one shot
whatever.
can kill you.
You gonna be
Ask
in the
nigga, ask Tyrone Woodley,
What
nigga.
I'm saying is, dude, in these environments, it's not set up for a motherfucker to square up and really
Nope.
just
I'm
get
not sa-
off.
I'm not
What's
saying
gonna
this-
happen is he gonna flare up, they gonna break it up, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's how it usually plays out.
That's how it.
They gonna Ocho
That's how.
Cinco
Did it
him.
play that way out for PJ Carlissimo? No. Did
Look,
it play that
no,
way
but
out
that
for
was-
Homeboy?
but that was now
Did it play that
national
way
TV.
out for Homeboy? What's
That
old
was
boy?
during the
Did it play
game.
that way out for Rudy Tomjanovich? No. These motherfuckers
Rudy
get knocked.
Tomjanovich was in the game.
But he,
getting socked
nigga,
out
these
by the
motherfuckers
players.
get knocked the fuck out. Nigga,
they-
ain't nothing, nigga. You have no idea as a
That's a
player.
different
You
NBA
have no
now.
idea what the fuck I'm gonna do when I walk up.
They ain't
if I-
been no
if
player
I'm
assaulting
crazy
no
like
coach
this
in a-
nigga
in a
is a
minute
little
in
bit
NFL,
is.
man.
Wait, that's
Nigga,
wait,
I'm just saying,
I love
nigga,
that punch.
this
Wait,
motherfucker-
who punched Rudy?
What's that nigga?
I used to think it was
Washington. Something Washington. Wasn't it something
I used to
Washington?
think it was Kareem, but it wasn't.
No,
Kareem.
it wasn't Kareem. He was
socked
on,
some
yeah, he
niggas
was
too.
there. I think he was there. But it was some dude just walked. He walked
But what
and
I'm
he
saying
destroyed
is that
Rudy.
is a different NBA than this NBA.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Even in NFL, they
this
don't
nigga,
fight.
We,
They don't
we
fight
agree
coaches.
that we think he may have CET.
Right? Hold on.
We,
Listen to me.
do we agree on that?
Yes,
Yes.
we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that means, and then I know that this nigga don't give a shit. Now, couple that together. Nigga don't give a shit in
But
CT.
no.
Yeah, I said it earlier.
Hey, that's.
But he does respect Tom Brady.
He
He does respect Tom Brady, so he's
That's his
not
friend.
gonna do.
That's what
stuff.
I'm saying.
Alright.
He ain't gonna do that because he has
So
respect for
Tony
Tom Brady.
Robinson said this. We move on. He says, what happened to accountability? Antonio has responsibility on his behavior. why have you deflected his crazy action and blame? First off, I didn't deflect shit. I just made the point Kevin just made 10 minutes ago when I said niggas are habitual line steppers. Did you just get in here? And I said, if you add habitual line stepping
to CT,
with CT, you got a fucking problem.
Nigga.
I already said that, so that's not a deflection. Listen, if you take the time to write, you must also take the time to listen. So in order to respond effectively, you must listen effectively first. No disrespect to what you're saying. I'm just saying I already earmarked this dude's problems that may have been pre-existent before he got the spirit knocked out of him
Yep.
by the Cincinnati Bengals.
By
Homeboy
Perfect.
Okay? Whole soul came out.
Yep.
His breath came out his body. So when listen.
The car came out
First
that
off,
nigga.
understand what CTE is. It's violent brain movement. Your brain
Crashing
is
against the skull.
Crashing against the skull and bouncing around and reverberations.
It's not made to do
elongating, stretching. It's
not made to do that.
supposed to do that.
It's like shaking baby syndrome.
Yes, that's a good
Yes.
example. Shaken baby syndrome. Your brain is not supposed to be like
No.
it's
No.
not
It's
supposed to be happening.
This nigga Ricky Ricardo on the Congos.
It's not supposed to happen like that. So if the game is a chief reason, you want to memorialize motherfuckers. Junior Seau killed himself.
Yeah.
So that he can donate his brain to expose the shit.
What about this other brother who was caught on video beating the absolute applesauce out that white girl? What's the football player? The running back.
Ooh.
But he said she staged
You
it.
talking about Knicks?
The running back. What's the running back? I forgot the nigga name. He was in the NFL. He is on video. His daughter sitting right there. The baby sitting right. He beating the applesauce. Listen, when that CT Stacy something.
He beat the raisins out of her potato salad.
When I tell you, wasn't no raisins left in that potato salad.
Nine.
What was his name?
I don't remember his name.
Something
Zach
Stacy something.
Zach Stacy.
Zach Stacy.
I don't know.
I never heard of him.
Absolute Kool-Aid. Go look at that
Word?
video. Kool-Aid
Damn.
all over the room.
I don't want to see that.
Beat her
There's another
ass.
dude that's from USC that beat his woman up too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you understand this.
CTE is
CTE,
real.
right? That movement in the brain. So by the time, how old are you, Pop Warner?
Oh shit! I started paying at 9.
9? 7, 9?
9.
Pop Warner? See, this nigga's mama was an Olympian. When I was telling some niggas about you the other day, because niggas forget how dope Pasadena was. They be like, nigga, what? You in Pasadena? Yeah, nigga, Pasadena, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? How the fuck you get Michael Cooper and Jackie Robinson from the same?
And the dude who just won the Heisman Trophy.
Bryce Young, and these motherfuckers is in Pasadena. Okay, cool.
Pasadena.
Anyway, my nigga, this nigga was Pasadena. When I tell you he had a whole family of D1 athletes, what the fuck? Listen, 8, Pop Warner?
9. I didn't start playing until 13, but I went out there at 9, was playing, and I'm like, I ain't doing this.
And these kids,
Their brains are rattling around from that age.
from that age until
Like a pinball
draft
machine.
day.
Like a pinball machine.
They actually start earlier than that, because
Yeah,
Gremlins
they
start like 7.
But
Yeah.
you see what I'm saying? Draft day, my nigga. From 8 till draft day. Now, depending on the program, depending on their resources, the money that they got, you might have hand-me-down helmets with no insulation in that
right.
bitch.
Yep.
And then,
No
what
padding.
about the dumbass, unskilled coaches? Don't let that motherfucker get you, nigga. Huh?
Somebody
You better get up in that nigga head.
Talk to lead with their heads, man.
No.
When you tackle a nigga, you was
wait a
talking to
minute.
lead.
Y'all
I'm
didn't play
talking about
football.
the progression, though, because
I
not
play football.
every program has all the resources, right?
No.
You might not have motherfucking medical staff on hand.
Yeah, YMCA
Might be just regular nigga. Hey man, that nigga good, man. Put some motherfucking ice on that nigga. Hey, just sit down for a second, nigga. I'm gonna need you back in here. This nigga got a torn ACL. No, nigga, just sit down for a second, nigga. I'm gonna put this ice on it. You gonna put the ice directly on the skin? Yeah, nigga, that shit. Hey, nigga, if you put the ice directly on the skin, you do know the ice can burn the skin.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Dr. Coach. Okay, you get what I'm saying. It depends on the program and the resources and the money that program has that kids are actually protected. Yeah. So then you get a motherfucking kid in high school, super athlete, dumb ball, because he's struggling to concentrate because of early effects of CTE.
Dude.
The coach turned around and say, fuck him.
You ain't never seen
He's no longer a part of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's a part of the Buccaneers now.
Ooh, that boy ain't gonna choke me out when I piss him off.
No, man, you can't look at the end result, though.
That's what he doing there.
That shit crazy, man. Let's move on.
Yep.
This is for Kev.
Uh-oh.
No, because Kev just broke this shit down. Kev has been on this shit for a long time, and I just wanted to kind of salute Kev for having the courage just to even present this as an idea and a concept. Bad cops, this is from the Senate of California. Senate, it's sd35.senate.ca.gov.
Governor Newsom did
SD35.
this?
Bad cops could lose their badges under new California law. California will create a police decertification process, joining 46 other states that have a system to strip officers of their badges for professional misconduct. Governor Gavin Newsom on Thursday signed SB 2 by State Senator Stephen Bradford from Gardena, California, Democrat. Okay, sorry, man.
It's a brother.
Which would allow state regulators to revoke the licenses of officers who commit serious misconduct. So please describe serious misconduct and not so serious misconduct and minor misconduct. Like, is there a minor misconduct? Can it be called misconduct?
Racial profiling.
Do you get what I'm saying? So we want to
police reports, lying. They get intricate in there.
Yeah. So the policy has long been sought by activists to prevent officers who are punished by one agency from simply moving to another jurisdiction. Fuck it, I'm in trouble over here, I go over here.
But they quit first while the investigation is going on. They quit
and then reapply.
Because that kills the investigation there.
Yeah.
And then they'll go somewhere else where there is no investigation and get hired again.
Look at that.
Nice loophole.
Hopefully this provides a little hopefulness and softens the edge a little bit that your most precious, your children's lives were not in vain, Newsom said. Listen, man. So we should breathe easier because now police can get in trouble. But let me tell you something about white folk. White folk brilliant. Because we habitual line steppers and we lack discipline, they know you're not going to do the due diligence and read the motherfucking law.
Nope.
This
Nobody
is
know
why-
what SB2 is.
This is why the judge can sit back and go, ignorance is no excuse of the law, nigga. This is why the wealth gap is in place. You ain't got the funds to wait me out.
Right.
You know how many billionaires have waited niggas out because they can't keep paying that lawyer?
Yep.
Here, file this shit again.
Yep. File an injunction on this. File a motion,
File a motion on
for
that.
that.
File an injunction on that. I got the 30 racks per filing.
Yep.
He don't. As a matter of fact,
That's right. That's
I'm gonna
right.
call my accountant. We finna give you a retainer for $2 million.
Yep.
However many injunctions,
Yep. You
$2
need.
million.
Yep. That's exactly what happens.
And then if the shit's still going,
Here you go, and this is some
here's
more
another
money.
$2 million.
Keep it going.
Yeah, nigga. So again, bad cops can get in trouble. But you gotta be aware, as Kevin has been saying over and over and over again, you gotta get up on the law. You gotta study, you gotta understand what it is your claim is going to be and how you're going to be able to defend it. Because if you can't defend it, trust me. When my cousin is a lawyer, that motherfucker told me, he said, hey, nigga, don't you go to court telling the truth.
Shouldn't go to court at all, actually.
That motherfucker, but that's another conversation. Just this point, he said, hey, nigga, don't go in there and tell the truth. He said, we don't deal in truth. He said, you tell me the truth, I protect your truth.
Yes.
Because that is our agreement as client and, you know.
Client-attorney privilege.
Client-attorney privilege. I'm going to protect your truth so you can tell me everything. Did you cut the bitch's throat?
Man.
Well, not really. My fingernail.
It was a hangnail.
You know, I'm just, but again, he will tell you like, hey,
right.
You cannot tell the truth. You tell your lawyer the truth. My other homeboy who's a lawyer at the cigar lounge, I just be, you know, picking his brain. He said the same thing. He said, trust me with your truth because I can't share your truth,
right.
Not even to the judge.
That's right.
I can't tell them nothing because that'll violate our contract. You tell me the truth, I get my artistry, my art team, and we get to repainting. And if you got bread to repaint a new picture, and then adapt a new picture, and then adapt another picture, you can adapt so many pictures. Now, these reasonable doubt. Remember, reasonable doubt is the key.
That's it.
If we can raise reasonable doubt,
that's it. That's
you can't convict.
That's right. That's all I need.
So, give me time with your truth. I'm gonna have 3,600 interpretations.
That's right.
Of your motherfucking jurors in there like, well, goddamn, what the fuck?
That's right. They'll say the law leaves much room for interpretation. You just have to make sure that whatever you're interpreting, the letter of the law is written. It's written down in the law, but you can interpret that in many different ways. If you can make the court and the jury see it the way you see it, then you win.
Kev, if it doesn't fit,
you must acquit. Straight up artistry.
This nigga got in there, start rapping.
Johnny Cochran was the smartest lawyer in American history. This is them saying it. Like, you have all the top lawyers right now who will talk about when they've collaborated with him and some were on that team, and they talked about how brilliant he was. He was on another level. And this is like Tom Mesereau, the dude who Michael Jackson's lawyer. Tom Mesereau is one of the top lawyers in America right now. And this dude was like, Johnny Cochran was a genius. And so
a law genius.
A law genius.
Like knew what okay, we're gonna go this direction.
And an activist. And so the thing was, he was a law genius in criminal law. And that was the difference. Because most lawyers, there are only 4% of lawyers in America are melanated. And most of them are entertainment lawyers. So you have very few lawyers who know criminal law. And Johnny Cochran not only knew criminal law, he was the greatest master of criminal law in America.
100%.
And they were like, this nigga's an activist?
And remember, it was the dream team for OJ.
Yep.
But he was the lead on the dream
yes.
team. You had Kim Kardashian's daddy on your team.
Robert, then you had what? Robert, what's the dude who owned LegalZoom?
Who got LegalZoom now? I forgot his name.
But homeboy.
Yeah, man, that motherfucker had
Bob Shapiro. Thank you. Bob Shapiro.
Yes.
Yep.
And it was Johnny Cochran was the foreman, the point guard on that super team. Boy, OJ was not playing legal.
And then he had plans. He had plans to implement these different programs, these activist programs in the hood. So like he had gotten before like the Century Park 5, he had gotten the biggest settlement at like almost $10 million from this brother in New York who had got abused by the police. And so, you know, he had gotten so many people off. Like he had did some stuff for Michael Jackson and Geronimo Pratt and, you know, Tupac and all these people and they were scared of this dude. Like he was literally the smartest lawyer in America, and he was getting ready to team up with Geronimo Pratt after he got him out of jail to do some activist shit. And then both of them niggas died.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Man.
Both of them niggas died, and
see,
he
that's how
died
you do
mysteriously. He
business.
just died, so he just got brain cancer all of a sudden and died like within a week. Johnny
That
Cochran.
was weird. They got to get this brainiac.
Nigga.
Don't somebody got his brain?
I don't know. But
They
see,
got to get this brainiac off the planet. Cause he
got
had
that
the
brain.
mindset of, I'm finna help some niggas.
I'm finna help some niggas. I'm about to help some niggas, and the thing is, they could take him out and affect the community like that because he was the only one who knew the law like that, who could help us like that. Which is why you need to get out there and know the law
Sarah,
yourself.
post this up.
That's the
I'm
whole
about to say
point.
something.
If you know the law yourself, then no one can, excuse me, no matter who they take out,
I'm sending it right now.
you still know the law.
True.
You have that
So true.
understanding for yourself, so you have to depend on no one else when it comes to this. And trust me, in this new thing coming along, when they're implementing all these mandates and all this and that type of shit, you knowing the law is going to be the way you get through this. They're counting on people who don't know the law. That's the whole point. They're counting on implementing this on people who don't know the law, who are very apathetic to the law. So the only way that you're going to get out of this is you're going to have to learn some law and government. That's
So
it.
watch this. Dumb means food. You remember in Thor Ragnarok? When Thor landed on that trash planet
Yeah, with Jeff Goldblum.
and them people, with Jeff Goldblum, and the
niggas
motherfuckers
doing
ran
them
up on him and they said,
that shit
are
was
you
hilarious.
a fighter or are you food? You can't fight
Right.
without knowledge.
Right.
So if you don't have the knowledge, you're food. So he was like, nigga, he said something, he said, oh, I guess you're food.
Right.
He didn't answer the way he wanted,
Right.
oh, I guess you're food. And then he commenced to whooping their ass. Oh,
Yep.
I guess you're a
I
fighter.
did right. Sorry.
Fighter or food. In order to fight for what's right, in order to fight for justice, you have to be a master of the laws of the society in which you live. Now, does that mean, watch this. Does that mean go back to school and become a lawyer? How about it? That means learn both sides of the coin.
Right.
If I'm studying a guru, I'm not reading the books that the guru's followers write, because these niggas gonna be like, oh, Bhagavan,
Right.
the glory of God permeates through your perfume. They gonna be nut riding. I'ma read.
Dangling.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna read the books that the skeptics write.
Right, to see where they find some holes.
You see what I'm saying? And then you balance both sides and go, oh, okay. That's how you study religion. You don't study religion from the perspective of, well, I finally found something I believe in. That means I'm gonna be saved from all the fuck shit I do to myself.
Right.
My Lord.
Now, if your religion don't lead you back to your own personal responsibility,
Right.
that religion is a lie.
Got up on my way back.
Even Jesus be like, Jesus will tell you go right back to you, nigga. Don't
Right.
think Jesus didn't point you back to you, nigga.
Oh, Lord.
Isn't it written in your law that I have said, ye are gods?
Right.
nigga?
Yee.
Oh, Peter. Oh, ye of little faith, bitch ass nigga.
Right, you bitch ass. You
I ain't never
retarded
known
fuck.
a nigga to walk 2-3 steps on water and then get scared because he
Right.
did it. Hoe ass nigga, get your bitch ass
Right.
in the motherfucking boat before you drown.
Say, oh ass nigga.
Jesus said it. My disciples are fools and slow of heart. Nigga, why did you niggas go to sleep? I just needed you to stay awake so you can see some powerful shit.
Right.
He is Terry. He had 1 hour. Oh, Lord.
These goofy niggas. Anyway, study to show yourself approved.
That's in the book.
RZA, what did RZA said in one of the songs? It's common sense that I master my circumference. One of the illest lines he said. And so if you don't understand the rules and how your system moves, your locality moves, then you leave yourself open to be fucked over by the police. And trust me, the police have way more laws and rules that they gotta follow than you do. Way more. You can smack the shit out of Popo if you just learn the law.
And then you have to tap in with human nature. See, Kevin brings out a great point. It's not that the commoners are unlearned, but even the motherfuckers at higher levels in government are also lackadaisical.
Yep.
You know why? Because you have to factor in human error. and human laziness.
Yep.
So if you could understand everything that the cop to do, and you understand it better than the popo do,
right?
If he fuck up in any one of them, you can be like, boop,
Bap.
got your ass. Bop.
It happens all the time. First of all, most people think police know the law. They don't know shit. They only study for 6 months.
No. Hold on, let me I want you to remember that point. I just need to address this. Eternal Umbrella says that's not true. Don't go slapping cops, black people. Ain't nobody said do that. You can slap them with the law. God, it's almost like having one ear.
Right.
See, listening, one of the key things of listening is comprehension. If we speaking above your level of comprehension, raise your hand in the chat room. Like, remember elementary school? If you don't understand what I'm saying, or if I'm going too fast, raise your hand and I'll reiterate it another way. This motherfucker, right? Don't go slapping people. We didn't say go slap somebody. We said slap them with your knowledge of the law.
Why? Tell them that it's human.
And trust me, it's easy to do because most of those police officers don't know the law. They only study for 6 months. It takes longer to be a hairdresser, a hairstylist, to get a license for a hairstylist. And they only learn certain procedures, and policies that of their department, and of the state, but very, very minimal. And they go out there and they just tell you anything because they know you don't know shit.
Now watch this. I love what this brother just said, and I can give credit to where credit is due. Nobody is coming across like we have all the answers, because, nigga, not in a million years can 3 niggas in a room, 2 niggas talking 88% of the time, 1 nigga talking 12% of the time with a missing tooth can have all the answers.
You think that's funny?
There's no way we can have all the answers. This brother said something that was quite profound. He said, in almost all cases, comply now, complain later.
Yep.
No matter where, no matter where, if cop is wrong or not. That's what he says. And a lot of people do that. But a lot of people can't effectively complain later if they haven't effectively studied. See, studying is, you want all the answers to how to win in court to be written like this. This is not an insult. This is a child's book.
Right.
But so is a magazine.
Yes.
Do you understand? A child's book is a magazine. It's written at a 4th grade level.
Right.
Most publications in America, if that bitch reached 6th grade, niggas is going, what the fuck? You write a book at a 6th, nigga, what the fuck? Nigga, I ain't had books this hard to read in college. Most publications in America, the publication does not read over a 4th grade reading comprehension level. Don't think dumb is not as American as apple pie, nigga.
Right. And
Dumb means dependent. Keep going, Kev.
And I just want to say, when you say comply now, complain later, no, don't do that. Learn the law, because you're giving over your rights now. That means you forfeit them later. If you come, it's called tacit consent or acquiescence. When you comply with the police, and trust me, later on they'll be like, well, I didn't make him do it. They'll say that.
Now tell them though, you know what's ill? Tell them about acquiescence, the term, as a law term, a legal term. It ain't just a regular word, nigga trying to sound deep.
Right.
You know, I acquiesce to her.
Right. No. Yeah. It's a legal term. It means basically that when something is done to you, you basically comply or you give up the right by not saying anything. That's what acquiescence is. So when the police officers do something basically, give you an example. When the police officers pat you down, they walk up on you and they say, yo, can I see your ID? Let me pat you down. Police officers only supposed to pat you down if they believe you have a weapon, but if they believe you're dangerous with that weapon. And they can only pat you down where they think that weapon is. That's the only time the only thing they do. They can never go in your pocket. They can only go to the
They cannot go in your house. They cannot go in your car. They can't.
They can't do any of that stuff. But I'm just saying, most of the people, because they pat us down the most, when we walk up, we just think the police have the right to pat us down, and they absolutely don't. Because
respond to this, Kev. Respond to this. Kev, stop that, bruh. Comply now or lie down. Chase.
Okay, you lie down. You comply now. Other niggas know your rights, and you can smack the police with your rights, like there are many people doing today. There's a brother who's an ex-police officer. He has a channel on YouTube called We the People University. Go look him up. He's an ex-police officer and an ex-sheriff deputy, and he's smacking the shit out, letting you know he puts out like 2 or 3 videos damn near a day. And he letting you know, do not comply with these police officers. They don't know shit. We weren't taught any law. He tell you the whole goddamn thing. This is an ex-police officer. He's telling you this
remember,
shit.
Policia policy. They understand procedure.
Procedure.
They don't understand legislation.
None of that.
So they have procedures for scenarios and situations.
That's why they gave them qualified immunity, because they don't understand the law. They don't know the goddamn law. So if you get if you first of all, this you're supposed to do is take out your phone, always record, because that's when they start getting act right. So take out your phone and always record. Then record yourself telling these people the law, because they can't when you take this back later and you start to complain, you file a complaint, you got this video, and you were and it shows that you were telling the police officer the law, or he was alerted to the fact that he was about to violate your rights. Then he's fucked. See, or she, they're fucked after that.
Let me do this, because I'm a free thinker and I love looking at both sides of the coin. I just hate disrespect when it's presented, right? Jared James says, terrible advice. I would say it is your prerogative and your free will to say that that's terrible advice, but don't stop there. Please tell me why you think it's terrible advice, unless you are commenting while driving, nigga. Unless you are putting yourself in harm's way by letting us know that this is bad advice. And I would say, if you doing that, how could we accept your advice when you don't give a fuck about your life? You texting while you drive. I want to know why you think it's horrible advice. Give us the counterpoint so we can have a contextual understanding of what that means. You know, it just sounds like hate if you ain't got nothing to.
Sounds like fear. And so fear, again, I said this last week, a mind full of fear leaves no room for its own thoughts. So again, they got you guys drowning in fear, thinking that you have no recourse left against the police, when all the while they have more rules and regulations against them that you can possibly believe. And if you went and learned them and then started asserting those rights and laws, there's a brother named Big Nick. He's pretty famous on YouTube. His name is Big Nick, South Florida. Yeah, straight up hood.
Sound
nigga.
like a hood.
That
hey,
motherfucker.
Big Nick, what up, homie?
When he walk up on the cop, what's your name and your badge number? That's how he talk to. I mean, he get off on the police officer's gang. Straight up hood nigga. They don't fuck with. When Nick roll up, he's so gangster. They be like, oh, what up, Big Nick? This is police. He's Popo.
Right.
When he roll up, they are so scared of this nigga because he knows the law.
And I would love, but here's my thing. Eternal Umbra, Chase, whatever. I would love an intelligent discourse back and forth so we could extrapolate more information.
But what I'm saying, you talking shit, you can go see it. There's a nigga named Big Nick, South Florida Accountability. There's another brother named Batusai. I'm telling you, these are brother channels who film themselves all the time, walking up to police officers, asserting the law, and the police officers has nothing to do but back down. Batusai channel, Big Nick, South Florida Accountability, News Now, South Carolina. These are three brothers.
Kev is giving receipts. He's not going to read the receipts for you. Jared James, you said, see my comment before the comment you called out. I will not cut and paste that bitch and post it again. I'm not finna scroll all the way back down, nigga. You know how many motherfucking comments is coming through this? Oh.
He said good knowledge, terrible advice, location matters, cops don't care about our rights.
I like that. I can fuck with that. I can understand why you think that way.
Location.
Then I would throw it to Kev and say, Kev,
location don't matter. Every goddamn cop got laws they have to follow. I'll give you an example. When you say comply now and complain later. A police officer pulls you over because they say you got your tail light is not working, and then they come up to the car and they start asking you a bunch of questions, and you know, where you coming from, you know, where you live, this and that. First of all, they're fishing, you know, to get you to incriminate yourself, because they're fishing basically to try to find probable cause. They only pulled you over for some bullshit, just a ticket. But they're fishing now to see if you incriminate yourself with probable cause where they can arrest you or they can at least search your car. So when they walk up to your car and they say something like you answered them scarily, or you were fidgeting, or you know, your voice was kind of shaky, and so they say, you know, I'm gonna bring out the police dog or the drug dog to sniff the car. So can you get out of the car right now?
So Kev, you say, nah, man, don't bring that motherfucking dog over here, nigga. Fuck you in that goddamn K9.
This is the point. And this is the point. What I'm saying, yeah, you don't know that they can't do that. Legally, they're only supposed to. There's a Supreme Court case, Rodriguez versus United States, that says the police officers can only hold you at the stop for whatever they pulled you over for. So if they pulled you over for a busted tail light, they have to write you up for the ticket and then let you go. If they keep you any time longer than that, it's a violation. So you will sit there for a goddamn hour until they find some shit on you and then railroad your ass.
But I believe an Antonio Brown mindset, the habitual line stepper mindset, or the motherfucker that got some kind of post-traumatic trauma mindset,
right,
with this law knowledge, is gonna get killed by the police. I'm gonna tell you why. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why now. When you give a motherfucker that got some mental illness some knowledge, he gonna approach the cop like a dickhead. The niggas, you know, niggas do that.
They doing it all the time. They do it all the time.
Mr. Officer, you think you in the right, huh?
That's why you better have this goddamn phone out. This is the equalizer right here. I'm telling you, when you got them on video, and the thing is, most of y'all don't even know, police get sued and they lose the lawsuit all the time. Actually, all the time. This is why they have something called police brutality bonds. Y'all don't even know about this. They invest in billions of dollars of bonds every year because they know they're gonna beat somebody's ass.
Pull it up, Sarah.
And they have to pay this shit out.
Pull it up.
Police brutality bonds. And they have to pay this shit out. So they buy these bonds. This is why police brutality will never end, because Wall Street are funding these bonds. So Wall Street is making money off of police beating your ass. That's why they'll never stop.
They know.
It's like a stock.
Yeah.
Whoop some ass.
Yeah.
Every time you whoop ass, we make money.
They get the Wall Street make money.
Yeah, everybody get a little piece of change.
Yes.
You get somebody, they get a little settlement money. But we get the most of the money, right? So whoop ass. Just whoop ass is money for everybody.
Exactly.
It's like the stock crash. Whooping ass.
It is.
Like the stock crash.
It is. And as long as they get billions of dollars every year in bonds and police brutality bonds, you ain't never gonna see that end. But they lose all the time because they have egregious violations of constitutional rights. So if you know your rights though, and you get them on camera violating those rights, this is how you win. I'm telling you, there are cats out there doing this all the goddamn time. I just told you 3 channels.
Hey, Jared James said a great point before you go back to that, because he mentions one of the channels you're about to mention. Jared James says, I've seen Big Nick plenty, but you gotta make it to the courthouse in one piece first. And you know that classic Richard Pryor. Hey, can you break a nigger?
I am
right here in Rule 47. Yep, you can break a nigger. Oh, we broke him.
But have they done that? You say you seen Big Nick? Have you seen any of that with Big Nick? No, you have not seen any of that. You've seen him literally get off on cops when he roll up on them. They try to make him comply, and he shits on them with the law, and they have to back down. He's done that time and time and time and time again.
No, I will say this.
See, police brutality bonds.
Wait, I will say this. Oftentimes, police lay off of certain motherfuckers because of their notoriety, and if you fuck with a known nigga, and you fuck with him in the wrong way, the word gets out. Mm-hmm. So sometimes a motherfucker like a Big Nick will get a long rope because they be like, if we do what we want to do to this nigga, everybody who follows this nigga, it's gonna create a whole shit storm around it. Now, if we fuck with a regular nigga that don't know shit, you know how many niggas is dead?
But he got that big by doing videos, making them comply.
Yeah.
That's how he got that big, by shitting on police. He start off the video, what's your name and your badge number? Which is what all of you should ask when the popo roll up on you. And what's your surety bond or insurance number? And then watch the face of the police officer change when you say that.
Say that shit slow. What's your...
When they walk up to you, you say, what's your name, badge, and surety bond or insurance number? And watch the face of the police officer when you say those last two. Surety bond or insurance number.
Now, if you're in Wichita, Kansas, that motherfucker say, what you know about that, boy? Huh?
Better have this nigga right on the phone. You better have your phone out.
You in Oklahoma, nigga? Hey, what you know about that, boy?
First law I teach in this damn Know Your Rights manual is when you have a police encounter, the first thing you do is pull out your phone. When you're driving, you should all have dash cams. None of y'all should be driving without a dash cam. Period. They cost like $50 on Amazon. But this is how the police officer gets you. They lie about why they stopped you. And so if you have a record of what happened before the stop and during the stop, I'm telling you, the video is the equalizer.
I will say, Kev, since the advent of the cameras,
man, that's why they don't want you to
They
record
had
them.
a veil. You didn't know what the fuck happened on them stops.
Nope.
But once that video showed motherfuckers acting the fuck up,
dude.
But that's why they show niggas acting up too.
That's why they hate you filming them. When you just be standing by and they see you filming, they'll come up and try to harass you because you're filming, because they hate to be on camera because they always fucking up and doing some shit and they don't want to be filmed doing it. So again, if you know the law, they cannot violate your rights. They cannot do anything to you unless you violated the law. Do y'all understand that? And if you assert that law, you assert that right on camera, again, on camera. I'm gonna say this, make sure when you're doing this stuff, make sure this is on camera. But again, when you do this on camera, these police officers, they back down. It's been shown time and time and time again. Sorry. That's all right.
So let me just say this, man. It's 2022. Let's start the year differently, okay? Let's start the year differently. Sarah, put up that picture I sent you. Let's start the year on a different note. I want a different group of people, right? I want the same group of people, but I want y'all to think differently. I want you guys to understand what I mean by moving as a fist. I used to say this a long time ago. A fist is more effective than a finger. So we need to understand this. This is the greatest power that we never use. And I hear Farrakhan talking about it all the time. And let me say something. Being unified doesn't mean we all agree with each other. We all approve of each other, right? You can have a different opinion. You can have a different mentality than mine. But when we stand together for a common goal, for a common benefit, you get what I'm saying? Then to me that represents unity. Everybody in here, it's over 1,000 people in here watching this show live. Everybody should hit the like button. There's no reason for not hitting the like button. We should be at 1,000 likes. We are more than 90 minutes, damn near 90 minutes into the show. There should be more. There should be 1,000 likes right now. Unity is the most powerful weapon that we never use, and I wouldn't say never use at all.
Sparingly.
I would say we don't use it effectively. Right. We use it in bunches, right? The hood niggas are unified for their set, but they not unified with the other set. Right? They unified against the set, even though they have internal beef within their set that they have to manage.
But it's us against everybody else, though.
The bougie don't fuck with the hood niggas. Because the bougie is like, nigga, you not finna bring that shit up in here, nigga.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's why we're disaggregate. That's why our power is ineffective. Again,
one of the lower niggas.
I don't know how many of y'all support Kev, but I hope y'all do in a major way. And once again, another shout out to Kwame Brown for shouting out Kev.
Sure. Shout out,
because
Kwame.
that has elevated Kev and the importance of the work that he's doing, right? Good. I'm with that. I'm gonna say again, I don't know how many of y'all supported Total Package Energy. I don't know how many of you guys supported X-Wolf. I don't know how many of you guys supported the HuriKane Report. I don't know how many of you guys went out and just bought out all of Beal sauce.
Beal sauce.
Did
you get it yet?
I don't know. I didn't get it yet. But when I get it, I'm gonna hand out the Beal sauce. I don't know how many of you guys are serious about doing that kind of work. No shrouded lighthouse orders since we've been on. We've been on over an hour. Not 1,000 motherfuckers in here. Let's get on a real, this is 2022, let's be different, let's operate different. And listen, I'm gonna say this again, a new mandate for my moderators. If you identify them as not being supportive and respectful, and it's just argumentative and trolling and disrespectful, why wait till their 100th comment?
Get
them the fuck out of here. And you know the people who roll and fuck with us and appreciate what we do. All right? I'm just saying, if they not on,
they trolling.
And they trolling, why wait 50 comments in? Get them motherfuckers at comment number 3. 3 strikes they ass. Because again, 2022, it's gotta be different. It's gotta be different. Well, listen, let me say this, and I hear the brother Umar say this a lot when he says, what institution have you built? First off, let's really put this out there. Our people build the institutions by way of their support of the idea. That's how the institution get built. Right. So we may have a great idea, but we present that idea to the people, and then the people say, right. Boom, we gonna build that.
Institution.
So every institution that is built by our people is also, or built by a person or ascribed to a person, is actually built by our people. So shout out to Brother Umar. I want to see the school do its motherfucking thing. And, I respect Umar's intelligence. That brother is sharp as a motherfucker.
Yeah, he's super smart.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to say, every institution that needs to get built can only be built by our people. X-Wolf is an institution. Total Package Energy is an institution. These are black-owned businesses that provide services. WeJuice is a black-owned business and an institution. Real Nagas.
Know Your Rights Foundation.
Know Your Rights Foundation. That's a real institution. Support the institutions that are in front of you that are black. Support them all. And vet them all. Let me say it another way. Vet out the ones you support.
Check them out.
Check them out. All right? I'm asking everybody, go get theshroudedlighthouse.com. Very few copies remain. Nothing but positive feedback from that book so far. I appreciate everybody who has already showed love. But go to my website right now, theshroudedlighthouse.com, and buy out the remainders. We only printed up 2,000 copies. It's a very small amount of books. On to the next topic. Kev, I want us to get into this one. Oh, shit. This kind of shit that be making me think, fuck, man, I gotta become fucking Elon Musk or some shit. I be thinking Krypton.
You going to Krypton?
Listen, man, you know how Superman's daddy, what was Superman's daddy name?
Jarrell.
Jarrell like, hey, man, I done told y'all this shit about to crumble.
This shit's about to explode.
So as a scientist, this motherfucker said, hey, man, listen, I know we had a baby or whatnot, but we can't keep this motherfucker.
Right.
He ain't gonna die. We can't live here with us because he will die.
Yeah, we got to send this nigga off.
You finna send this nigga to Earth. Now on Earth, the nigga gonna be motherfucking God.
Right.
See, here, he just a regular nigga. Like I'm a regular nigga.
Yeah,
but on Earth, that nigga God. So basically, the story is, when I read stories like this, I be thinking, how the fuck do I get off of Earth time?
Right. Let me get the fuck up out of here.
You know, 'cause Elon Musk and them be like, they racing to space.
Yeah.
Now, when white folk race away from the crib, in my mind, I think you niggas broke the crib. The crib broken now. Something happened, and you done got forward that we got a certain amount of time, and now all your resources is going into motherfucking spaceships.
Y'all trying to get the fuck out of here?
Y'all trying to leave?
What the fuck y'all do to the planet?
Okay, so watch this. Oh, Bible thumping. Oh, God. NASA used religious experts to predict how humans may react to aliens. 24 theologians were recruited by a NASA-funded program to access societal implications for the agency's astrobiological and research for life efforts. Wait a minute, astrobiological and research for niggas that are extraterrestrials. Okay, cool. All right. Story at a glance. Religious experts have examined how each of the world's major religions may respond to news that intelligent life exists on other planets. I mean, they're getting you ready.
Man, they've been doing it for the longest, though.
But why would they
have been
contact people?
slowly getting you ready. They started it majorly with the Israeli dude who came out. You think they just let that dude put that story out about the Galactic Federation? And this is one of the most respected people that's been in the Israeli government, and he was a long-time Israeli professor, and he just, so not crazy, he came out and he was the Israeli defense minister. He was like, yeah, there's aliens, there's a Galactic Federation, there's a gang of aliens, Trump knows about it, we told him, he wanted to come out and tell the world, they had to calm his ass down. They told him.
But here's the thing,
Here's
the thing.
Yeah. They still gonna believe in God once they do this?
Why wait for white people's version of aliens?
Right.
Their official version. We told you
Right.
years ago about Credo Mutwa, who told you that the devil in your Bible is really the God of your original ancestry. Huh?
Yep.
I'm a honky. I'm going to turn the God that you first made contact with into my devil. Because I really want to be like you anyway. This is why they say the devil envied God. They just inverted the story.
Yep.
He inverted, he's an invert of us, and he was envious of us. Listen, everywhere on the continent, that God, that high God, is some type of reptilian.
Man.
Whether it's the
All the
nomos
time.
of the Dogon, the nomos, right? Whether it is Oludumare of Ifa, Olu, Dumare, Mare, Re, serpent. Serpent, the rainbow serpent, by the way. Olu is wisdom. Oludumare, the serpent of wisdom.
Now, what did you just say?
That's the high God.
Wait, no, what did you just call? What did you just say?
Oludumare.
No, you said the rain. What?
The serpent and the rainbow.
Serpent in the Rainbow. That movie. Now, zombie. The true etymology of zombie is a serpent god. Boop. A true zombie is a serpent god, which meant just again, there's a metaphor for enlightenment, and then they turned it into the mindless motherfucker.
Uraeus in Kemet.
Uraeus.
Every king, you can't be king without the Uraeus crown.
The
With the cobra, boop, right there. Nagas,
The dragon.
the Nagini
Yep, the
from
Nagini,
India,
yep.
Nagini. Yeah, motherfucker. But again, this all your shit taken away from you. So when we talk aliens, please understand the first aliens on planet Earth were what? What were they? You want to go back to the stories?
The Anus.
You want to go back to the Anunnaki? Some people say Anunnaki, some people say Anunnaki, Anunnaki.
Is that the ones that came down here and sex with people?
Again, if you've studied anything, you know the Anunnaki. That would be the equivalent to what the Bible has now termed Elohim.
Right.
See, Christians who don't read deep into the book's language, its original language, they don't understand that Elohim is plural for gods. But how can God be one and only one and singular in nature, but have a plural term?
But it's more than 3 persons.
Even, you're talking about the Trinity. Now that was added later,
Okay.
much later, because if you get the George M. Lamsa version of the Bible, which is translated out of the original Aramaic, the book John chapter 5 verse 7, where the Trinity first appears, isn't in the original language. These motherfuckers took 7 and rewrote 5 and 6 and made the Trinity.
But in Genesis it said, let us make man.
Yes, let us. This is Genesis is before John.
Right.
By thousands of years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So what the Christian writers did was try to marry the Trinity into Elohim to say Jesus was back there. That's not the language. The language doesn't break down like that. They actually wrote the Trinity into the book. It never existed as Father, Son, and Holy Ghost.
Right.
Because that is un-African.
Right.
Where is the woman?
Right.
That's some homosexual shit.
Thank you.
We got a male Holy Spirit, the Comforter. John chapter 16. Okay. The Comforter. That motherfucker sound like Morris Day, huh? The Comforter. Jiggalos, get lonely too. Okay, you got the Comforter, you got the Son, and you got the Father, which is a spiritual imbalance. Because remember, as above, so below. Positive, negative, masculine, feminine.
Right.
It's always represented everywhere except in the Western concept. So they created a Trinity and left out the woman and kept a male spirit, a male God, and a male God son.
You know where they break that down real good in that movie Dogma?
Yes. Oh,
In
absolutely.
that movie Dogma, they broke that whole thing down about the denigration of the woman.
Exactly.
But real quick, the Anunnaki, so going back to, you talking about the first cast here, the Anunnaki, they translated it to mean those who came from heaven to earth, right?
In sets of 50.
Right, in sets of 50.
In sets of 50.
However, the actual term, what it actually means, because An or Anu, back in the ancient language, meant Saturn. So it really means those who came to earth from Saturn.
Now, some of our Mason brothers know this. Because they still use the word An.
Yes.
Because that is what one of the cities in ancient Egypt was called. They called it An. And then later from An, it was Heliopolis.
Right, yes.
And this is the city of the sun, right? An was sun.
Yep.
This is why you have the sacred word Sol, Om, An, Solomon. 3 different ways of saying the sun. Sol is Spanish, S-O-L. Om is Eastern, the Eastern mystic. And An was the ancient Kemetans.
Right. The soul is Saturn in Latin, from Rome, Latin.
Can you tell me who Melchizedek is then? Because I've asked this question even when I was in Bible school. But about, because in Genesis it's talking about the paying the order of Melchizedek. But they never mention
I'll get to Melchizedek in a second. When they say, isn't Elohim plural? Yes, it is. Yes. Aleph, Lamed, Ha, Yod, Mim. Whenever you see a Semitic word or in a Semitic language, those last 2 letters, Yod and Mim, it denotes plurality. So the singular of Elohim is Elo. You see a singular verse. See, this is what y'all don't know. When you read in Genesis, different words are being used to describe God in that scripture. In one scripture, it might say Elo. Right. In one verse, it may say Elo. In another verse, it say Elohim. When it says, let us make man in our image and after our likeness, that's the Elohim. But the Elohim is a term that's connected to many other languages. Akkadian,
Yep.
Ashuric, Saraic. All these other languages have a version of that. Cuneiform. Ancient, when we talk about the ancient hieroglyphs, there's 3 different levels of that. You've got the pictograph version, you got hieratic, and then you have demotic. So when you talk about the hieratic, only the priest was able to read and write that. Then you had the demotic, which was the commoner shit that they spoke. Then you had the hieroglyphs, the actual pictograph.
Yes.
That breaks down into different languages. So again, if you don't know what the scripture was actually saying, you don't know how Elohim is related to the Anunnaki. It's just another term for them in a different book, in a different religious system. But an Anunnaki is the same as a Neteru.
Yep. Same thing.
So
Same
when the
thing.
Egyptian or the ancient Kemetan said Neteru, the forces of nature,
Yes.
which is the same as the Orisha,
Same
which
shit.
in Babylon is the same as Balaam. They go to Yod and Meme again. Balaam, Baals. It's all right the
There.
fuck
Right there, buddy.
But if you don't have no language literacy,
You
the
don't
multiple
know.
languages that the book was written in,
Right.
and the political shit that was pushing the book to be written in different languages with different interpretations, you have no idea. Now, the Hindus already told you there was aliens.
Man.
When they said motherfucking gods came in what is known as Vimanas. That's the Sanskrit word for spaceship. Don't believe me? Look it up.
Yeah.
Vimanas. The Vimanas came. The fuck you mean a Vimana? Yeah, and Krishna and them niggas stepped out that motherfucker. That's 5,000 years before this Genesis shit and what the fuck going on, before the Bible shit. So when we get to Ezekiel,
The wheel and the wheel.
Wheel in the middle
The
of the
wheel.
wheel. Come on.
and there's a nigga in the wheel on fire that step out with wings.
Yeah.
They know these stories.
Ooh, they had a whole song.
What happened to Muhammad on the night of Laylatul Qadr when he got whisked away? Huh? That motherfucker was riding on something.
Oh, like Elijah in the chariot?
Something came and picked his ass up.
No, is that his
It's
equivalent? Is that equivalent to Elijah?
The spirit
It
Uber
was
nigga.
Spirit
Spirit over?
The motherfucker was somewhere else in a time with no technology. The fuck happened?
A fiery chariot.
Okay? I'm just
Yeah.
saying, man.
Yeah. We
All
had
this shit start with yo folk.
Sumerians on the cylinder seals. That tells the whole story of how they came here and made us. They wrote these little cylinder seals that are this big, they're about that thick. You roll it on some clay and it tells the whole
That's
story about how the Anunnakis came here from their planet and created us.
He who thinks. That's exactly what he wrote on. The Barak. That's what it was called. Barak.
Anunnaki.
So if you don't know this shit, you haven't studied nothing. The Anunnaki came here mining gold,
For their planet's dwindling atmosphere.
created humans. It's all in their story.
Yep.
Ninti and Enlil and Inky. Hey man, I'm not here to do the motherfucking work of mining gold. Let's create the Lulu Amelu.
Well, first though, it was
slave.
the story goes. So there was a low. So this is classes too. Their classes shit all comes from extraterrestrial. This class shit is extraterrestrial. So the Anunnakis, they were the higher class, and they had a lower class of Anunnaki called the Igigi.
No.
Huh?
The Igigi
Igigi.
means
They-
those who stayed above. They're not the lower class. They didn't come down.
No, in the story, they made them do the work. I just went over this whole damn story.
Now,
I just
first you
went
gotta
over this
find
whole
out
story.
who wrote it
Huh?
because there's so many different interpretations of it.
But this was on one of the museum on one of the museum's websites breakdown of the tab.
But that's what I'm saying. Who wrote that breakdown?
But
Because
this was I mean but
is
this
it Zachariah Stitchin? Is it because
no, this is
all I'm
this
saying
is the Sumerian. This is the Sumerologist of the museum. But this
of
is
the museum.
Yeah,
Got
but
it.
these,
Okay.
Yeah, so these
'Cause
are
I just want to let them know.
this is not. Yeah,
you
it's not
got
Zachariah Stitchin.
56 different niggas
Right.
out there, and they flip.
Right.
Like some niggas will say Enlil did this, Other niggas will interpret it as no, Inky did
Right.
this. So I just want them to know that there are different narratives about the same story. So be careful
Right.
of the different narratives.
But the one that they're breaking off now when they found all these other tablets is that they tried to make the Igigi do it, the Igigi or Igigi, however you want to say it, and the Igigi came back and was like, nigga, this shit is hard. We ain't doing that shit. And then
That particular interpretation.
Yeah, and we're not doing it. And then the Anunnaki smacked the shit out of the Igigi. And then after that, they was like, oh snap, we need to. Then we have to create a worker to do the shit that we brought the Igigi here to do, but the Igigi flipped on us and then and fucked us, and then they kind of bounced out. We had a little war with them, and then they bounced out, and because we smacked most of them. So the classes, you have class system in all the way back to the very beginning of the creation of of humans.
So somebody said this right here: the Igigi were the refinery of the gold and transported it to transported the gold to Nibiru. This is why I say you have to be very careful of which. I don't take any one of these motherfucking stories as the absolute truth. That's why I read them both. Enid, which are the 9 gods. So the Igigi means those who stayed above. So in the story that I'm talking about, they said the Lulu Amelu, right, became, which are humans or some type of human. It wasn't fully a human yet. They were the ones that were created so the Anunnaki didn't have to mine the gold. And then finally, this is where you get your Adam and Eve story out of the Sumerian story, which predates the Genesis story of that.
No, it said all just that the Igigi, though, they made the Igigi do the work first.
But as you can see,
and
me
then
and this
Igigi
nigga done read this shit. Both of these stories, we done read all of it.
Right.
So again, what it's saying is modern human, and remember when I say modern human, to me modern human is more than a continent.
Right.
Modern human is a Pangean.
Thank you.
To me. Modern human, nigga, the whole earth
Old Earth
is our shit.
Yep.
A melanated Pangean.
Yep.
Right? Pangea. That's all us.
Right.
Every culture, every country, every society, every spiritual belief, every consciousness, every math, every science, all that shit us. Because we got the alien vaccine, nigga. You understand? We got some Anunnaki, we got some Igigi, we got something. Because when the scientists went to talk to the Dogon, they said, how the fuck can y'all motherfuckers with no technology, now if you understand anything about the Dogon, you understand that that's the old priesthood who escaped from Egypt. When Egypt as a society collapsed, they escaped and went west. You understand? Now, how the fuck were they able to discover 2 stars? Now we can see Sirius A.
Right.
But Sirius A, B, and C? Ptolo. Right? Ptolo. Hey, JB, if you can't extrapolate the knowledge, you gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go.
Gotta go.
One more goofy shit. You gotta go. The Dogon, Ptolo, right? They were able to see all of that with no technology because they mapped through ritual the stars. How did they map through ritual to the stars? Because something called the Nomos came from a ship. These are your foundational people. Came from a ship. And they said, well, no, we from America. Well, some ships came here too. Okay? The mound builders. The natives.
They went all over. They
all
came
over
to
the
all.
world,
They came
dog.
to our cultures all over the world.
You can't be a god king without that DNA.
Man, you cannot.
Okay.
What do you mean? Okay, I got you.
No, you don't. Just ask the question, Timmy.
I got it already, man. I'm just messing.
No,
All right. What do you mean that you have to have the DNA? Is that what you said?
The DNA.
The bloodline.
Not the DNA you put in the juice. Through
Your
your energy.
Your essence. Timmy
Not
typed
the
out
essence
essence.
juice. No, but what I'm saying is when you go back and read the story of the Anunnaki, when you go back and read the creation story of the ancient Kemetans, you're going to find metaphoric writings that talk about genetic experimentation with regards to creating a new being.
Right.
That's what you're going to see. And it's written in a metaphorical kind of way. This is why a lot of white folk always allude to the fact that aliens built the pyramids.
Yep.
Right? Because number one, a lot of brothers and sisters don't know that the alien is you.
Yeah.
This is why these motherfuckers is 98% Neanderthal DNA.
Man.
Yeah.
No, that's incorrect. They're 98% modern Homo sapien DNA. They're 2% Neanderthal. The studies and the research has already shown that everybody that live outside of the motherfucking continent of Africa got 2% Neanderthal. But that African, that's 100% motherfucking, that's 100% blue magic DNA, nigga, I'm telling you.
Blue magic.
They done did the research. All I'm saying is, all our shit has been co-opted, put into movies, put into television shows.
Yep.
When Credo Mutwa said the reptilians came here in South Africa, and what he explained, he said South Africa is actually the top of Africa. He said if you look at old maps of Africa, what you're going to see is that the map is turned upside down. This is why Egypt was considered south, and Sudan and Uganda was considered north. Why? Because the Nile flowed from Uganda up and out into the Mediterranean Delta. This is why once you cross the Mediterranean, you go into hell. The Hellenistic society. Ancient Greece was called Hellas, after Hella. Okay.
And the Eternals are the whole story of the Anunnaki. That's what they. That's what that whole thing are. The Celestials are really supposed to be the Anunnaki. The Eternals are supposed to be us, who the Anunnaki created. We're the melanated people. We're eternal. And if you do the comic book story and understand, what they came about in the movie, the big celestial who was rising up from the planet, who was asleep in the planet, his name was Tiamat.
Now, but tie that back to the Anunnaki story, the Sumerian story. Because Tiamat was a dragon, but she represented Earth.
Right.
Before Earth had got smashed into by Nibiru and made smaller.
Yes.
So it was a bigger planet called Tiamat, the dragon. Go ahead.
Yeah. No. So even in the one of the Eternals is Gilgamesh from the Sumerian, the Gilgamesh epics.
She's
Look at that from the Smurfs.
That's Gargamel.
Oh.
She said Gilgamesh from the Smurfs.
Okay, it was dead ass serious.
So wait.
Gargamel.
Hey, Gavin Russell pointed out a great point. Dungeons and Dragons, TV cartoon.
Yes.
In the 80s, the three-headed dragon was named Tiamat.
Tiamat.
Oh yeah.
That's right. That's 100% right.
And she is the first dragon.
And Marduk, who is the son of, depending on which translation you read, the son of Enlil or the son of Enki. Marduk in Sumerian doctrine translates to the angel Michael in the Christian pantheon. So Marduk had to fight the dragon just like Michael had to fight the dragon in Revelations.
Yep.
Okay, we read this shit 30 years ago.
Yep.
30 years?
Yeah. Dude, this story's been
But
out.
you never told him.
It's translation.
So who is Melchizedek?
Melchizedek is also in alignment with what a Michael is, or with what a Murdoch is. Now understand, Melchizedek is a high priest that has a order. If you read, find it, I think it's in Hebrews.
Hebrews.
If you read in the book of Hebrews, you see where Jesus gets put after
You're
the
right.
order of
Melchizedek.
Melchizedek.
That's why I was asking you.
Now wait a minute. How the fuck
Right.
is that which is synonymous with God, the Father, after an order of an angel that he created? Melchizedek, Malachi, Zedek. Zedek comes from the Sanskrit, or not the Sanskrit, the Aramaic, Zodok, which is a type of priest or angel class. That's all that is. Melchizedek.
He's first mentioned in Genesis 14.
Yeah, when Abraham had to holler at him about some shit.
And then blesses
And he's all the way
and El Elyon.
El Elyon is the Most High. El Elyon from the Hebrew shit comes out of the Sumerian Enuma Elish. Elish means Most High. Enuma Elish, the 7 tablets of creation. Sound familiar? The motherfucking 7 tablets of who?
Right.
Out of ancient Kemet? Same shit. It's all the same shit, just different black folk writing in different regions their own story or own interpretation of the same story.
Somebody said Melchizedek is Jesus, but why would Jesus?
How can Melchizedek be Jesus if he's after his own order?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Just read Hebrews 7:17.
Hebrews 7:17. Hold on, just one moment.
This is funny, boy.
King James Version, one moment.
While you're looking for that, A. Britt Atwater. Man, we're going to find out what's going on with your order. Bro, please send the email that you sent to me directly to ZoWhatOrders. No, at ZoWhatMasterclass.com. A. Britt Atwater. I'm going to get on that ASAP. at ZoWhatMasterclass.com. Please, please, brother, please, 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 please. That's the non-singing and singing mother. Please, please. But yes. Did you see the verse?
I'm in the chapter 7, but it's quite a few different things.
It's actually verses 3 through 17.
Oh my God.
Just read 7 starting at 3, and I'll tell you when to stop.
And it reads, without father, without mother, without descent. What's a descent? That doesn't say descendant, but it's okay. Having neither beginning of days nor end of life, but made like unto the Son of God, abideth a priest continually. Now consider how great this is.
No.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay.
Who they talking about?
No.
They talking about Melchizedek. Go back to 2 and start there. Or go back to 1 and go down to 3.
For this Melchizedek, king of Salem, priest of the Most High God, who met Abraham returning from the slaughter of the kings and blessed him, to whom also Abraham gave a 10th part of all.
Stop. That's where tithing started.
Right.
He tithed to
Melchizedek.
Melchizedek. Break bread, nigga.
Chip me off, nigga.
You got goats and shit, my nigga.
Let me hold some.
You know, hey, I need to tell you what was cracking, my nigga. You got a whole little situation with your tents and wives and bitches and kids.
Right.
And, hey, man, what's happening? Break bread, my nigga. Tribute style. 10. Tithe up. Go ahead.
First being by interpretation, king of righteousness, and after that also king of Salem, which is king of peace.
Wait, how can Melchizedek be the king of anything when the hierarchy is Holy Ghost, Jesus, and God?
And he's the Prince of Peace.
And Jesus is the Prince of Peace. So this nigga's the Michael Jackson of Prince. The Michael Jackson of Peace. Okay, cool. Go ahead. This is talking about Melchizedek. This ain't talking about Jesus.
But this is Melchizedek. They're saying this, verse 3 says, without father. He doesn't.
So born like Jesus, huh?
Without father, without mother, without descendant, having neither beginning of days.
So this
nor
Alpha
end
and
of life.
Omega. I thought that was Jesus. This Hebrew talking about Melchizedek.
Right.
Go ahead.
But made like unto the Son of God, abideth a priest continually.
Hey, somebody said Melchizedek, my niece. Go.
Little cheesy.
Now, keep reading, cause somebody got put in the order.
Yeah.
After who is after the order
Now,
of Melchizedek?
Now consider how great this man was. What if he doesn't? How does he was if he?
Right, have
don't
no
an
beginning to end. These
Okay,
niggas didn't
right.
proofread. Go ahead.
Okay. Until whom?
Don't worry, next year 2023 version will come out and fix all that.
Until even
Somebody listening like, oh shit, that is a typo.
until whom even the patriarch Abraham gave the tenth of the spoils. And verily, they that are the sons of Levi, who received the
Sons
office
of Levi, one of the 12 tribes of Israel, and they are the priest tribe, the Levitical order. They are the ones that the priests are of. Moses' brother Aaron was a Levite tribe member. That's why he was the one who spoke for Moses, because Moses was considered to be slow of tongue. Continue.
And verily, they that are the sons of Levi, who receive the office of the priesthood, have a commandment to take tithes of the people according to the law, that is, of their brethren, though they come out of the loins of Abraham.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't want to talk about Abraham's loins. We want to get down to what they talk about. Okay, you don't want to see, and the nigga got old loins, he had old loins when he had his first child. So what we don't want to talk about the loins. What we want to talk about is Jesus getting pulled into the order of Melchizedek. Is that verse 7?
But he whose descendant is not counted from them, received tithes of Abraham and bless him. And without all contradiction, the less is blessed of the better.
Less is blessed.
I don't know. Okay.
Whatever, nigga. Somebody, these are Jay-Z lyrics. Keep going.
Okay.
Where do they put Jesus
Okay.
in?
Let me go. We go further down. Okay.
What number are you on?
I'm on 8. And here men that die receive tithes, but there is it's about
It's
tithes.
verse 11, ma'am.
It go 11. Okay.
Just go to 11.
If therefore perfection were by the Levitical priesthood, for under it the people received the law, what further need was there that another priest should arise after the order of Melchizedek, and not be called after the order of Aaron? For the priesthood being changed, there is made of necessity a change also of the law. For he whom these things are spoken pertaineth to another tribe, of which no man gave attendance at the altar.
Now watch this. Who wrote the book of Hebrews? It was Paul. And remember, in Galatians 3:10, Paul is trying to abolish the fucking commandments that Jesus followed. Any man who is under the law is under the pain of death. That was antithetical to the teachings of Jesus. Jesus said in the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 17, shall not one dot or one tittle in no wise be changed from the law. I don't come to change the law, I only come to fulfill it. Until heaven and earth pass away, shall not one dot or one tittle in no wise be changed. Paul comes and says, if you follow in the law, your ass is under the pain of death. So this whole little breakdown, and he's talking about, you know, the justification of Jesus being after the order of Melchizedek and all of that, that would undo the law. The motherfuckers after the order of Melchizedek, the beginning and the end, the Alpha and okay, cool. Again,
Why they don't talk
when
about
you talking about this Bible shit, what you're actually talking about is the European rewriting of ancient civilizations that predate all of this shit. This is the European version of I don't want to say African because we're bigger than Africa.
Right.
They steal from everybody. When Madame Blavatsky wrote the motherfucker, what was her seminal book? I forgot, The Secret Doctrine. How the fuck you from Russia and you travel to Tibet, to India, to China, you go to all these places, and you know what they don't talk about? Because she only studied the Eastern shit. They don't talk about Africa.
Nope.
Bitch, you wasn't welcome in Africa, and a lion would have ate your ass. Lion would have been waiting at the motherfucking boat dock, like, here this bitch go. I'm gonna eat the bustle and everything. Big ass dress with the bustle, I'm gonna eat all that, bitch. Again, they took all of the Eastern science. But what is the Eastern science but the Asiatic black man that the Nation of Islam speak of? The Asiatic black man, what does that mean? A black man who went east. Asia, Arabic, Asia, east. Orient, as a Muslim orients themselves to the east. Oriental, it just means east. Black men went east. We went everywhere.
All over the place.
Listen, you hear it in their words. I'm from Australia, right? What do they call them motherfuckers? The Aboriginals, right?
Yeah.
What does Australia mean? Australo, southern landmass. Australia, southern landmass. That's all. But who was the first motherfuckers there? They already tell you that the old ass Aboriginals didn't start there. They said they came from somewhere. Well, if you go down and look at the motherfucking seas and the oceans that are down there, they all connected. The southern tip of India, the motherfucking southern tip of Africa, all that shit flowed over there, and these motherfuckers is in the Philippines now. These motherfuckers is in Australia, they're in Fiji now. This is all our world, and every spiritual system that was ever created was created first by us, and then mimicked by them in movies. Now we got Tony Stark as Iron Man, who was trained by a nigga named Ogun. Wait, hold on. Your trainer is Ogun from Ifa?
Yes.
Okay. The Iron Man that's in the fucking jungle, the Orisha with the machete, the heart chakra trained a white man, billionaire, that became Iron Man. Okay. So the white man is Iron Man now. Not the man of iron from Ifa. Okay, cool.
Could it be that black people aren't using what they supposed to? And
No, you ain't.
Are we mad that white people are using stuff that's supposed to work?
Well, they stole it. They're not gonna tell us when they stole it. I mean, that defeats the purpose. I mean, and again, this is not any of their history. They're not in any of this. So if I find all this great shit, if I go in history and I find all this great shit, why would I tell the niggas who had me in captivity that is they shit?
No, and watch what they do. Watch what they do, carefully. The nigga don't know who he is anymore. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create Star Wars. When Star Wars first came out, you know who dragged it? Carl Sagan. Remember Carl Sagan?
Yeah.
The cosmologist? He dragged it. He said, you know how disrespectful this is? Only white men in power? He said that on Johnny Carson. So you're gonna make the whole universe, which is infinite, you gonna make it white? It's just all white. The infinite universe is white. He was mad as fuck. So you know what they do? You don't know who you are. I'm gonna rewrite your story and cast myself as Marduk. As Melchizedek.
Yep.
Oh my God.
That motherfucker killed them for that. Guess who else got dinged for it? Dune. Bunch of white people in Dune. Sting.
Yep.
Huh?
Well, we don't.
Ain't no alien niggas here but us.
You notice they don't ever show us with any type of great power in any of these movies. It'll be some. We'll have
just
some.
Be some old goofy nigga running. Ray! Ray! I forgot to tell you, Ray. What the fuck was your purpose, nigga? You started off as a slave in the movie as a stormtrooper.
Sure did,
and then for 2 more episodes, Ray!
Fuck that nigga over, nigga. Nigga, they was gonna make him.
This nigga running around screaming Ray the whole damn Ray!
They was gonna make him gay. But they don't show us with any great power. Like even Black Panther. Black Panther got some minimal power, but he got to throw a suit on to be really powerful.
But not in the comic book.
No.
In the comic book, they wrote that nigga right. He beat ass.
But
Beat everybody ass. That's why I was mad at the movie.
He beats everybody ass, but I'm saying, look at he don't have any god-like power like the rest of the niggas, like Thor or Superman or any. Where's the nigga with our type of power? But I'm just saying, where's the super melanated nigga that's with that type of power for us? They don't show us.
That's what's the name?
They
Black
don't show
Adam.
it.
Black Adam.
Ain't no Thor.
Black Adam, no.
Wait, hold
that
on.
don't.
Not Black
That
Adam.
Black Adam.
Thor without Ifa Shango. Thor is the god of thunder. That shit predate any white Viking shit.
I know
by millennia.
I know they're copying our shit with
Yeah.
Thor. I'm just saying, in modern day, they don't show us in any of that because that would spark some shit in our DNA to know, like, wait a minute.
Absolutely.
We used to be super like that because you used to be super like that because of your melanin.
Listen, them motherfuckers are subordinate. So as a subordinate, they say, why in the entire fuck would I ever remind you? As long as you sleep, I'm good.
Thank you.
But some people are giving some great examples. Kang is black. You saw Kang.
King is not black in the
motherfucker is
comic
black.
book. Not in the comic book though.
No,
but
he looked like he blue or some shit.
might-
Yeah.
Might
That
well-
don't work. That don't work.
You might as well put Booker T there, nigga. What
And
are
then
you talking
King
about?
and King is not really a powerful god. He has he's super genius of knowledge, and so
But
he
I
has
will
all the
say-
knowledge of time.
I will say Spawn is a demon. And
Yes,
they love casting
right.
niggas as
They're
demons.
right? Even in the Wheel of Time, man, all the niggas were the fucked up motherfuckers. You had Perrin.
That
who
motherfucker
killed-
looked like some kind of bull horse or some shit that died. Big ass head.
Nigga, the bullhorn nigga, but also just the regular brothers in there. We was either the brother Perrin, the light skinned brother, he killed his wife, or the Moor, the dragon Moor, who was cutting up the Aes Sedai bitches. He was cutting off heads and hands,
Right.
or you know what I'm saying. Or
I
the
would
other
say
brother.
Black Panther is a god.
But he put in
Now,
what
I
power is
will
he
say-
on what level of power is he on with any of those niggas you think that got
Well,
God power?
listen,
That guy's God
let's
power.
not forget, man, when we read the Black Panther comics, that nigga is on par with all of them. As a matter of fact, the comics do justice to Black Panther because it was written during a time of upheaval, social upheaval. And
Well, which ones you talking about?
who
Not
was
the
the-
last one who was written by Ta-Nehisi Coates.
No, not that shit. No, I'm talking about the original.
Oh, okay.
The original, that
Yeah.
motherfucker, his people revered him as a god. He was a god from the ancient Egyptian goddess Bast. They had all of that. We talk about Kirby. What's the guy that worked with
Kirby is
Kirby.
What's his name?
Kirby,
what's his-
the guy who worked with Stan Lee.
Jack Kirby.
Jack Kirby.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers made the motherfucker a straight up god, and what he did was he beat the shit out of all of the Avengers. Thor, Hulk, everybody. Iron Man got their ass beat because he wanted to see how dope they was. Now, by the time we get to the movie, they done tamed him down. See, this is why I was so mad at the motherfucking Avengers in the end game. This motherfucker running the goddamn gauntlet like a football and get tamed. Nigga, this is a god, and he show up at the end. Why? Because they wanted the white man to be the hero.
Yeah, they
All the time.
I'm Iron Man. Nigga,
Well,
Iron Man, you just a regular, you motherfucking, what's the white boy that make the cars? I just said his name. What's the white boy that make
the cars?
Yeah, the electric cars.
Tesla.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Nigga, you Elon Musk in a metal suit.
Pretty much.
That's it. Ain't nothing special about,
Pretty much.
but he the hero of the whole shit.
But they played
does.
Black Panther like he was Cyrus from the Warriors.
He
Nigga.
just a regular nigga.
Tony Stark is my nigga though. But Black Panther's suit is 20 times better because his suit absorbs vibration and energy and converts it to power. So
And redirects the shit.
and redirects the shit.
And that's just the suit
So
part.
you can't
Take the
you
suit
can't
off,
hurt him.
Still beat your ass.
Right.
Got the heart-shaped herb.
Got the
Nigga
herb.
is God.
But
It's just
again,
that.
but he is, or we can think he has high power. But this nigga is not no world. He ain't on no power, no level like the Phoenix, or we don't have no god like that who's on that level, world breaking type of power, which is who we truly are.
Well-
That's our shit.
Well, I will say this.
They don't show us like
in
that.
In the comic book world, what they do is depower and overpower characters.
Yes.
Nigga, Wonder Woman started off in a motherfucking bubblegum plane, nigga.
Right.
A translucent plane. Now she can fly.
A bubblegum
She sure
plane.
did. It was.
Nigga,
She was
Wonder
a-
Woman
the
started
jet.
off.
Yeah.
She a bubblegum
She had,
plane.
she had her shit in a hangar, nigga.
Yep.
Parked somewhere.
She used,
Oh,
to fly, she used to fly on the Super Friends though. She been flying since.
No.
What I'm saying is she didn't
She
start that way.
was in the jet in the Super Friends.
No, in the
Yes.
Super Friends.
No, they did no.
Huh?
No, the old one.
Oh yeah,
the
she was
old
in
one.
Super Friends. The cartoon.
She used to fly. She used to fly.
She
She used to fly.
She
man.
wasn't flying.
She flew in a plane.
She flew in
She
the
flew in
plane.
the plane, but I think she used
No,
to fly
the
too.
new one she
Flying is
flies.
new.
The new one she flies?
Yeah, the old one
Hold
she
up.
was always in that jet.
Flying is new, Kev, for Wonder Woman.
Yep.
They overpowered her. They made her as powerful as Superman.
Yep.
Yeah.
She wasn't always as powerful
Nope.
as Superman.
No.
She wasn't.
Right?
Back in the day, she was just.
She was just.
Well, this is that's the new.
She just had that rope.
But this is the new. They're transferring all the superheroes to women.
But what I'm saying is,
they're transitioning.
in writing and recontextualizing comic book characters, Kev, they overpower and depower. In the beginning of Doctor Strange, they overpowered that nigga so bad that, you know, he was an Omega level 5, 10.
But
then
he-
they had to bring his ass back down because he started getting into the mystic arts and all type of
Dr.
weird
Power
shit.
Dr. Strange is that dope. that
No,
nigga.
but what I'm saying is they started him out that way and then toned him back down because you get different writers from different generations that have a different vision and then change the narrative.
What
like they did with
the reason?
Superman.
No, but the reason they're
Or Wonder Woman.
toning him down is because Scarlet Witch is supposed to be the most powerful person in the MCU. It's really Doctor Strange. Really, it's yin and yang. One has chaos power and one has power of order. So they're really order and chaos, and they're two sides of the same coin. But they're trying to move Maximoff. They're trying to move her into the all-powerful person of the MCU, which they wrote it in the
Like I
comic
said,
book.
it's a different continuity. Exactly.
They wrote it in the comic books. They made her the most powerful one.
Me and Kev told you the other day, man, these motherfuckers is changing the narrative every day.
All the time.
Motherfucking, what's that movie, TV, The Wheel of Time?
Oh, that's my shit.
Motherfucking masculine energy is poison. There's some black
Yep.
shit on it.
Because he
This
beat
nigga's
the
a
guy.
dragon. We gotta tie this motherfucker down. He know how to do magic.
Yep.
All these women from different colored houses come in and be like, no, nigga, lock him down.
Suck that nigga's energy out of him and
It's
shit.
the feminist movement. Motherfucking, goddamn Trinity is 1.5,
Dude.
a half of one now.
Dude, look, you got a female Thor coming. You got
Ray.
a female
Iron Man.
Man.
Yep.
Female Hulk.
Well, female
Black-
Hawk was always
female
bad.
Black
They
Panther.
made the female
Right.
Hawk sexy. Let me tell you something. That new female Hawk, boy, if she's sexy. Because remember, female Hawk she was
Hey.
bad.
She got some
boy.
Daisy Dukes on.
Listen, when I was a young man, 13 or so,
Was you tripping over
13
the,
or so.
really, nigga?
man, there was certain
She-Hulk
cartoons.
had you, nigga?
Let me tell you,
She-Hulk?
man, there was certain cartoons where them artists, my man, they
She-Hulk.
drew them people in a certain way that
They always used to
to
draw
my
with the- with the
13-year-old
big titties.
mind was very revealing.
the
The
big breasts.
X-Men, when you saw, what was that girl, Rogue?
Rogue.
Them titties and that ass, they get
breasts.
fly. I jacked off many a time.
That's your
To the
Rogue.
X-Men, She-Hulk.
You let off the Rogue,
I'm just
nigga.
saying the way they drew them.
You can't be saying that on the radio, man.
Man, listen, man.
You too
Listen.
young for that.
No, man. I done fucked up that remote.
You was by yourself on
My
that
mama
one,
was
nigga.
like, my phone the remote.
But nah, they're changing all of this shit though. They get this even in the
There
DCU.
she, ooh, Lord. Come on, She-Hulk.
Damn.
That's she
in
playing She-Hulk?
I wish.
Oh, shit.
I wish.
Thank
In the
you.
DCU, they're changing Superman and Batman into Batgirl and Supergirl.
Sure.
So again,
Batgirl tanked on TV, though.
but it's not the same
That's 'cause
Batgirl.
she
It's
had bright
it's a Hispanic.
red hair. Like, bitch, we know who you
Right.
are. You Barbara Jordan.
It's gonna be a Latino.
You just say Barbara Jordan.
You Barbara Jordan, nigga. Commissioner's daughter.
Nigga, this is
Oh, man.
but they're doing a Latin Batwoman in the so it's
Latin
they're
one now?
changing it in Flash like Flashpoint when he runs back
What is
and
that,
changes
Guano
time.
Woman?
So they're changing. Nigga, Latin
Guano Woman.
Guano.
Anyway, y'all, hey, we gotta wrap it up. This was the first show of the year, man. Listen,
Yes.
I need everybody, if you have The Shrouded Lighthouse and you've read it, please head over to Amazon.com and write me a review. Tell me how you felt about it.
Review it up.
Tell me, what you learned from it. Just share your opinion, share your thoughts. If you don't have the Shrouded Lighthouse, can I get you guys to really go, and we need you guys to help us move all of these copies. It's less than 1,000 copies left. There's more than 1,000 people in here right now. I know everybody in here right now hasn't purchased this book. Please go to theshroudedlighthouse.com, support. Please understand, I got a television show that's about to start shooting. We're going to be shooting some other stuff. We've been shooting little pieces or whatever. But the full production is going to start really soon. What'd you say, Sarah? The 11th?
The 11th.
If you want to be a part of the episodes, if you want to be in the audience, if you want to support the shoot by being there, all you got to do is email me at vor106@gmail.com. Also, if you haven't gotten your book yet, please send me your digital receipt to ZoWhatMasterclass.com to check the status of your order. ZoWhatMasterclass.com. Oh, coffee. John Coffee over there.
Wow, see? Here we go.
Take my hand, Paul. So again, support all of the businesses we put in front of you. Of course, Total Package Energy. Of course, X-Wolf. Of course, the relationship Dismount. The holographic relationship. Z-Moss. Know Your Rights Foundation. We Juice. Support. It's too many people in here watching this show. It's too many fucking trolls in here, like getting the trolls through their work day. But damn, okay, cool. Support troll if you gonna talk shit. Support the movement. At least pay for your shit talk, my nigga. Thank you for tuning in. 2022 is gonna be an amazing year. I'm putting that on everybody's life. Anybody that's listening, anybody that can feel what we're talking about, anybody that enjoys what we do here, I'm putting that on your life. 2020 is gonna be an amazing year for you, an abundant year, a happy year, a supported year, an elevated year, an inspirational year. Things are gonna go well for you. I put that love on you. I put that respect on your life. I hope you do the same for me. All right? Sarah.
Yeah.
We love you, girl. How can they support you?
Sundays with Sarah.
Hey, Davey Lee. He said, my bad, but buy the book before the TV show starts. Mark my words, they gonna sell out.
Oh, for real.
Wow, Davey.
You're right.
Wow.
You're right.
That's for sure.
We gonna sell out when the TV show start?
You promote it on the TV show? Hell yeah.
But you trying to do it? Yeah, well, yeah.
Why wouldn't you? Of course you will.
He's saying he's gonna sell out of books.
We'll sell out the books, yeah.
I'm just fucking with him. I said
Yeah.
we was gonna sell out. Now, you better get to that nigga now. Because when that TV start, he gonna be different.
Back then,
Me out of here, nigga.
Nah, he's right
Gonna be a different nigga.
Nah, he's right. The TV show, when we start promoting it on the TV show, it's gonna be gone. So I'm trying to tell y'all to get it right now. They not trolling, they not hating. I was just fucking with him. Because when that TV show, that nigga gonna be different.
That nigga gonna be
That nigga
different.
walk in the studio with an ascot on. An ivory
With
cane.
an ascot nigga. He gonna walk in there with an ascot on.
What is that, velvet?
You gonna have an ascot, you gonna have an ivory cane with an elephant on it.
You stupid nigga.
Listen to me, be a youngster.
Young little.
No, but for real, support everything that we put in front of you. I want you guys to buy out all of my man's juices, all of his inventory. Keep the businesses afloat. Keep them alive by your support.
Uh-oh.
Support.
That's Jack Nickelback.
Oh, I heard support.
That my brother Murfreesboro.
Your
Bobby
support
came
game.
through. Your support.
2022.
Your support is deeply appreciated. But don't forget, theshroudedlighthouse.com. Go. Theshroudedlighthouse.com. Support. We thank you. We'll see you next week with another banger. Deuces.
Peace.